What's happening here that's not happening anyplace else?
I mean, the competitive level starts at 4 years old.
Classic rivalry.
Hall of Fame type coaches, great personalities.
All three schools, though, they changed the game of college football.
Florida State Seminoles,
Miami Hurricanes,
Florida Gators.
You want to dominate your opponents and you want to get stoned, make sure that you roll up.
What's happening here that's not happening anyplace else?
I mean, the competitive level starts at 4 years old.
classic rivalry.
Hall of Fame type coaches, great personalities.
All three schools, though, they changed the game of college football.
Roll up, it's the vibes. Another beautiful day in the Sunshine State, and I am kicking it with the illest. Larion, CJ, what it do, my dudes?
What go on? Smoldering day. Smoldering? I still don't know that word. It's blazing. It's nasty outside. It's filthy sex outside right now. It's really gross.
That's a wild 50 sex, man. That's what that's a good word for humidity. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Filthy out there. Yeah, man. Fresh back from the A. Dope time. Awesome time. We'll get into that in a little bit. Did not know it was Sunday until about an hour and a half ago. Thank God I wasn't out and about. That would have been embarrassing. Because I've been off for a little while. I only worked Wednesday this last week. So, but anyways, yeah, happy to be here, man. In good spirits. You know what I'm saying? Ready to kick it with my guys, man. How you doing, C?
Pretty good, brother. Tired, being busy, like you say. We had a dope event in Atlanta at the Trap Music Museum. We'll get into that in a little bit. Came back to Tally. We was working out some of my Pop Warner kids this Saturday morning. Something we're doing every Wednesday and Saturday. Yeah, I just got named the head coach for TENN, so a little bit more responsibility with that. Gonna be running the fellas.
Congratulations, man. What the contract looking like, man?
Yeah, man. We got
right.
Work out the details, man, or something like that. Definitely get.
Wait, don't tell me you on some Ed Reed shit. You ain't signed your paperwork.
I ain't signed my paperwork. I'm working these boys out.
It's a Bethune thing,
right.
man.
That's a equipment thing.
It's a Bethune thing.
I'm not talking bad about the organization just yet, though. So I'm
just yet.
I'm good. Yeah, then currently in Tampa, hit it down here for the week. Got some stuff to handle for work, so being on the move, man. Back in the 813, but yeah, just like you said, it's been hot as hell, man. Real hot. Humidity ain't no games.
Hot is not the word, bro. I realized that when we got to Atlanta this weekend, or not weekend, Thursday we got to Atlanta. I say it's hot. It's hot up there, no doubt, but the humidity ain't the same, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it felt like a little break and some heat. But it was still hot as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Outside of that, man, before we get into our media day at the Trap Music Museum, because we got to talk about that great time. How was y'all put it in reverse Terror Day?
It was smooth though, man. Like I told you, I collabed with the neighbor with the grill off. We exchanged aprons after. My dog went crazy on the ribs, man. He had some other ribs and some leg quarters. For me, I had the sausages. Told you I had that swine, right? Well, come on, man. Watch out, man. Paul.
You already giggling. You
already his face said it all, man. Yeah. That's some meat on the grill.
Immature, man. Immature. I'm working on it.
Had the sausages on the grill. Had the burgers going to some steaks. He had the ribs and the leg quarters, man. So we did the apron exchange after.
Bold move with the leg quarters. I would have went thighs.
Yeah, bold move. He pulled it off though, man. You can tell it's a staple. It's his go-to.
Yeah.
That boy's going like Voltron, man. That's dope.
Oh yeah, man. Collab, man. And grab some fireworks for that evening. To my Uncle Self, the big firework guy in Tallahassee. Went crazy. Woke up the whole neighborhood. So it was a good event, man. I was tired as hell after because I was moving all day, but it was worth it.
So how did the ladies do? Did the ladies collab on the potato salad and the baked beans? What was that?
The potato salad, baked beans, macaroni. Mom came in to collab too, so we had the trio going, man. So it was
3-man weave.
Right.
Who was on deviled eggs? That's clutch, man. That's
Mom's had the deviled eggs. You
in there? Oh yeah. My mom's is the potato salad lady. She usually do the shrimp in hers, but that's usually
shrimp
her
and
staple.
potato salad. Okay.
Oof, boy, look at here, man. It's different.
Almost sound like raisins in the in the candy M's, man. I don't know.
No, they put raisin in the potato salad.
That's
wild.
definitely egregious.
Yeah, we fighting. That's cool. Like, whoever want to do that, I know you better have your gloves on, man. Put your shoes on. We finna dance.
Green beans.
Put raisin in my goddamn potato salad.
See, you ever had the shrimp in the potato salad?
No, I haven't, but it does sound intriguing.
Yeah, it sounds like
It's
a
fine,
thing.
man.
I've had shrimp deviled eggs though. Deviled eggs though.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
those.
so you the same family. You know right up in there.
Yeah.
I have mom prepare a little small dish. Can you eat all that stuff? Oh, you don't eat the eggs, huh?
No, I eat eggs.
Oh, you do eat? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have mom
I
put
do
together
eggs.
a little dish for us sometime, man. I'll bring it on around.
Already.
So that now
One
cooking like.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the comments. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. It help us with the algorithms. We got a special show on the way. We got an FSU ball player, Levante Taylor. It should be a very interesting show. So we're gonna kick it with him in just a minute. He's in the green room. So we're gonna speedy through this intro a little bit. But Trap Music Museum, Roll Up Network, we collabed this past Thursday for our first media day. Had a great time, an absolute ball. From the media to the music to the vibrations. I had fam that pulled up from every coast possible, man. So a lot of support from the former ball players all the way to the fans, to family. You guys pulling up with y'all fam and anybody that y'all invited out. It was just dope time. But y'all get into y'all bag, man. How was it?
I had a great time, man. I came in like not really knowing exactly how this whole thing was gonna go, because it's our first one, so it's like we getting our feet wet and trying to kind of find your rhythm and groove and decide how you want things to play out. But I'll be honest with you, man, it was one of the more seamless events we had. I thought where things flow really well, the vibrations were really good. The talent was very nice within the room. DJ was doing his thing. And then, we had the players come through. We got to chop it up with McFadden. Jenks came through. All in all, man, like I have, like, typically when we do that stuff, I don't have a lot of quote unquote fun because I be so kind of like locked in on making sure that, things go as well as possible. But this time I can honestly say it felt real free flowing. Silk did a great job kind of doing like an impromptu, introing us and shouting us out to the people. I thought that was real great. Good job there, bro. And so this was like the funnest event I think I've got to participate in some time, man. And yeah, once again, shout out to the talent, man. We appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all ain't come out, boy. Y'all. Hey, I mean, that's your life, but you should have. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You should have been there. You should have been there. We had a great time, man. All in all, great production all together, man.
Yeah, plenty of talent 100%. In the building, man.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't. We in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, ain't hard to find
all kinds
talent.
too, man.
Right,
and all kinds, man. Whatever bag you was into.
Yeah,
we had a little bit of every
bag. You want your little something.
Whatever flavor ice cream, huh?
Yeah, you want something from fresh off the block? We got that, something a little more refined, whatever you're looking for. Some chocolate, some vanilla,
Different walks of life and all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Coming from the trout, coming from the executive office, whatever you need.
Whatever, boardroom, whatever you got, man. Right. We got a little bit of everything in the building. A lot of talent, and we ain't talking about ball players if y'all get the drift by now, man. But absolutely great time. We had some mic issues, man. I had a way better introduction than what I did to Larion, but the mic issue, and then we're gonna improve every single time. By the end of the event, Jit had them figured out the mic and it got a little better. But next year we're gonna.
He was an MVP, man, for sure.
I'm telling you, he saved the entire evening, man. I wish I had his name handy right now. It's in my phone, but yeah, man, I had an absolute blast, man. Shout out to George Foster didn't make it, so we're in the building. I'm doing that intro, and I say 100 Sanford, hosted by George Foster. I'm giving them guys names out. And two of his aunts who were just there by chance. They didn't know he was supposed to be there or anything. They scroll up on me. You sure you know George? I was like, yeah.
You sure you know George?
Yeah, I'm like, y'all can call him right now. I said, call him, because I ain't got his number, so call him right now. I called George, put him on speakerphone. He's like, my aunts? I was like, yeah, your aunts, man. They right here looking for you, bro.
You
I
show
thought that
you
was
know George. You the one that ain't got his number.
right,
I
right, right. I got you.
had Auntie pull me to the side. No, I'll take a picture. Oh yeah, you friends with George, so let's take this picture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's cute.
Yeah.
No, it was dope, bro. It was dope
Uh,
vibes, man. Let's kick it. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the event, but I want to get Levante on and kick it and talk some Florida State football, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Levante Taylor, how's it going, my dude?
Going by well, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on y'all show, man.
No, we appreciate you
absolutely.
coming to hang
Pleasure's
out
all
with us,
out.
man.
Yeah, most
Sure.
definitely, bro. Definitely, it was a pleasure to have you, man. I've been hitting you up for like the past year, man, trying to get in contact with you, and then when I finally saw on the timeline that you was doing your thing up in the USFL,
Yep.
and I saw your second Twitter ad, man. Let me hit bro real quick, man, to get in contact with it, because something must have went wrong. Like you said, you haven't had access to your page in a while, but
Right.
yeah, it's definitely good to catch up with you and see how you're going, bro. But
Sure.
we got former FSU cornerback Levante Taylor with us on the show. Levante, we're going to take it back in the start about your early days at Virginia,
Right.
playing ball, youth league, and things like that. How was that for you when you first put the football in your hands?
So my first time how I even got into playing football, my mom was going to pay the rent. And she seen like football sign-ups in the little rent thing, I guess, and she asked me if I want to play football, and I told her, yeah, I want to play, you know what I'm saying? My first football team was the Green Run Stallions out there in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Um, I first started off playing running back. I'd always little league. Best players play running back, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I started off as a running back. First got that touch that ball in my hands, man. It felt good, man. Just running past people, tackling people, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, once I fell in love with the game, then my dad, he always been a football trainer, so ended up moving with my dad. South Norfolk and Chesapeake, Oscar Smith District. He been training me ever since I was a kid, but it was always for offense or just athlete. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really played defense until my sophomore year in high school. Going to my sophomore year in high school, that's when I started training to play DB, because I ended up transferring from Oscar Smith to Ocean Lakes High School, and I just felt like I always loved defense anyway. Because when I played Pop Warner for Norfolk Saints, I always played linebacker and running back, and we played that wing T offense. Under the center, everybody behind the ball. So I ended up switching the corner, man, and life just took off of me fast, man. Just being a 5-star recruit, #1 cornerback in the country, playing in the Under Armour All-American game, ended up building a great relationship with guys in the 2015 class, because God blessed me with this ability to be good at what I do. Going to Nike Open 2 times and stuff like that. So, the game of football, man, it blessed me. I'm thankful I'm still here doing what I love to do.
Most definitely. So at that point in the little league, when did you realize that okay, I can be pretty good at this game, and I'm a little different for the rest of these kids?
Right. I would probably say really, my first year playing football, really, because I was the best player on my team. I only had 2 plays: a 26 quick pitch, or a 27 quick pitch outside. Every time, like running the ball, running past people, and ever since then, I just fell in love with the game, man. Just watching the game of football at home with my family, man. I just fell in love with it. It's just something I always loved to do, and and then just especially I really knew I had it was when I got to middle school, and my dad, Monday through Friday, even on school nights, just training me. You know what I'm saying? Working out, me and my little brother. And that's when I knew I had it. Just because every time I go out there and when it's time for some workouts, racing, everything, I was always just beating people. So that's when I
What
knew
was
that formula where I was doing, I was winning.
What was that like? Your relationship like with your dad when you move with pops and like you said, it started getting a little bit more serious. You're
Right.
working out all the time. What's the dynamic between you and pops like? What was that?
Yeah. So to be honest with you, to be real with you, I ain't like that shit for real. I wanted to be a normal kid, have fun, run around the neighborhood, be outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, he was on my ass, like a real camp. Like when it comes to football, man, my dad don't play. If y'all don't know, he trained Josh Sweat too
Okay.
before me. That's like my god brother. Yeah, so like, man, like man, I'm talking about parachutes, sleds. I was doing all that shit like 6th grade. Like 5th grade, 6th grade, I was doing all that. That's what my mom be telling me, you stunt my girl, cause my little brothers, they all like 6 foot, 6'1". But man,
That's funny.
lifting weights, man. We used to go to the YMCA out there in Norfolk, man. We used to live. I was like, man, I'm tired of doing this shit, man. Like, but I didn't see the bigger picture yet. I just wanted to be a normal kid. I see all my homeboys, they outside, like I'm in the apartment complex, just looking over, like, dang, I'm gonna have fun.
But
Like,
when the games get played and you got that
yeah,
advantage, did you start seeing the benefits of it at that point when you
yeah,
started
I for sure
eyeballing?
seen it. I for sure seen it because every time I used to go to because how I did, I used to go to middle school practice, and then right after middle school practice, I go to my YFL football practice at the time. Like they had a bus that drive us from our school to the other field where we was at
Right.
practice, and like just when I used to practice, it just be like, yeah, these dudes they ain't got nothing on me, but my work ethic ended up going to everybody else because they used to start training with me too. So it was like a thing where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this, but every time it won't like I just love to do it. Me and my father bumped heads plenty of time for me to move back and forth to my mom or my dad, house. You know what I'm saying? But
Talk about some of the drills he put you through. My bad, real quick,
right,
Larry. I'm going to touch something real quick. Because talk about some of the drills he put you through because as footwork wise and DB drills and stuff like that, and seeing
right,
pedals like just looking at some of your videos and stuff, you got some of the nicest footwork I've seen when it comes to drills
right,
and things like that. Like when it comes to that's your bag, that
right,
combine type of drills. So let's talk about the type of drills. Excuse me, that
right.
your dad had you doing at that age. Was it similar to that?
Yeah. So like when he was training me, like to be honest with you, I don't think my dad he know football, but I don't think he know like the techniques of playing corner. All he knew was, I don't know how he even got all this vision. Like all the stuff I see kids do now, like all this new high tech stuff. My dad was doing that with me when I was a kid. So now when I see stuff now, I be like, damn, what the world? Like it's some machine will hook onto your ankles, your arms, and all that. He had that a long time ago. That plyometric jump box thing with the damn strings and shit. He had that.
Boss had division.
He had all that already. So now when I see, I'm like, how the hell he was up to something? But drills I used to do, like the ladder drill was first and foremost, like the icky shuffle. I used to do all that with the ball in my hand. We used to run with the parachutes. We had weight vests. He used to put the car in neutral. We had a Jeep, and we'll push the Jeep around the neighborhood. What else? It was a lot of footwork drills, really, because around that time I was like a real athlete. I had to play offense a lot, so it was like footwork, a lot of footwork drills. And then when I finally converted to play corner, it just translated. The footwork was already there. Now I just had to learn the technique and and stuff like that. Because I always been a dog. I love to hit, and I learned the technique of playing actual corner and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a pretty smooth transition. Yeah.
He ain't had y'all out there chasing no chickens, punching no slabs of meat or nothing there.
Yeah, he used to tell me the crazy thing about it. I was a kid. Oh yeah, the Florida boys out there chasing the rabbits.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I'm like, man, I don't know what he's talking about. He put that
Muck
vision to
boys,
like,
man.
you're not competing with the people right here that's in your. You compete with everybody, the whole world. He's telling me,
That's
and the
facts.
Florida boys out there chasing the rabbits. Because I know me growing up, we didn't even think about no California athletes. We talking about Florida athletes. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But
That was actually
California
the
athletes
question.
good too.
My bad. That was actually kind of a question I had for you. Virginia's
Right.
produced some pretty damn good players
Right.
over the years. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine
That
about
area specifically.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation with my friend about football in Alabama. And I was like, I don't know, man. I just think South Florida might be just the mecca, maybe Texas, but I don't know. I'm like, it's just a little different. How would you kind of like describe maybe the football culture in Virginia?
So yeah, I say our football culture is very huge. Now it's getting more bigger and more bigger. Because to be honest, we be having a lot of athletes, and I feel like where I'm from, once an athlete hit big time, they're gonna make it far in life. Because all the ones who came out of Virginia, they big time. Because people don't like, man, like from Michael Vick, just football alone, shooting, and then Allen Iverson. I didn't even know that he was good at football like that. They were trying to say he was better than
Yeah.
Michael Vick at the time
Yeah,
in Virginia.
they say he was actually a better football player. He
But
just didn't
better
want to
football
lift
player.
weights.
Yeah, so and then Percy Harvin, he had a short little stint against the migraine and stuff, but Man, that's who I grew up. When I was growing up, I was looking at Percy Harvin, man.
Ronald
That's
Curry.
him. Like
I remember Ronald
Ronald
Curry
Curry
being
too.
him as well.
Ronald Curry,
Yeah, he
they
was
bring him
him.
up a lot.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
Percy,
Now I
like
can imagine though for you, especially you coming out in the class you did. Percy was probably at
yeah,
that point in time the
cause,
guy in Virginia that
yeah,
like
because when I
Peter
was getting
Ward, so to speak,
recruited,
from Florida kids.
yeah, because when I was recruited, like before even Florida State, I like the Florida Gators because Percy Harvin. You feel me?
Mm.
I was like, man, I'm going to Florida like Percy. I'm gonna rock that one because I like the offense, but things change and times change. But man, he was the one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He did track, and on top of that, I didn't even know, people don't even know, but a female trained him, his aunt. What they say, you know what I'm saying? So, and they say like he came in like he used to be small. He just came out of nowhere. Cock Diesel just killing everybody. I was like, what the world? But yeah, Percy was him.
I'll be honest with you. I probably would have done better with a female trainer myself. I was telling somebody at the trap museum. I was like, man, I got daddy issues, bro. So
No,
when
but
men start
seriously
barking
though,
at me, I won't take it as well. But like when a woman do, I for some reason I think it was just the way I was kind of brought up. I take it differently, so I could see
Right.
how that could work, man.
no
Because
seriously,
yeah, when you bark at Percy, he might take your head off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
but no, I had a Coach Dion, man. To this day, man, she the best trainer I've ever had. She trained a lot of other guys from my high school. As far as getting ready for college and stuff like that. Whenever we come back in the summer, all the guys,
Right.
Clemson, Florida State, wherever it may be, we all go work out with Coach Dion, and she hooped at South Florida,
Right.
man, a beast on when it comes to workouts and stuff like that, preparing you. So I know firsthand that female trainers can get the job done 100%.
Right.
So you mentioned your sophomore year, you moved to cornerback. So let's just talk about that transition in playing high school ball and moving to cornerback. How was that transition for you? Being the offensive guy
Right.
specifically, the majority of your career to that point.
So when I transferred to corner, so what happened was I left Oscar Smith High School. It was one of the best schools out there, and that's where I'm from. They get all the they get all the kids who got that grind and grit from the hood. That's where I'm from. I ended up transferring, moving my mom, and she just so happened to be already living in the Ocean Lakes area, which was another good program. So I ended up going there and just looking at the roster and stuff. I'm like, all right, where can I play early? Like I wanted to get on the field early and prove to myself that, man, I'm really him. Because when I left my school, you know how that be. Everybody talking, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to show that I was that guy. So when I ended up going there, I looked at the roster like, man, everybody's saying you need to play corner. You need to play corner. So I was like, shoot, let's do it. So going into after my freshman year, because when I transferred my freshman year, so I had to basically sit and just watch everything happen. And while I'm sitting and watching everything happen, the team I transferred to, they was already in the national. They was in the championship game, so I was there, but they lost. You know what I'm saying? So they already had a lot of people leaving their defense. So going into my sophomore year that summer, I ended up just learning how to play corner. Shout out to my other guy, brother Quinn Bland. He was the number one safety already. He was training, so I was already with him, going through everything. My trainer Aaron Johnson, he been with me since I was a kid as well too. Shoot, man, we put the work in, man. Like it was really grind. I think like when I started doing it, like a little bit before me, like around Quinn time, that's when everybody started like really working out like year round. So I just got blessed to already be in that position, and my family knew everybody else who was already doing it. So I was blessed. I was in that smooth transition. And when I came in my sophomore year at corner, man, I just was balling. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just out there just going crazy, just balling. And then that's when, man, school started calling by me. Man, it was crazy, man. It happened fast, but my grind was slow though. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So when the school started calling, let's talk about the recruiting process for a second. When it first took off, how was that for you when those letters started coming in, those phone calls started coming, just the beginning of the process, and it exploding like that? How was that for you?
Yeah. So how mine started off was going into my sophomore year. We had like a jamboree scrimmage at Old Dominion University. They had different teams on different fields. Um, Coach Zahn, he from my area as well. He was a receiver coach at ODU at the time. Now he's a coach at Duke right now. But they asked me to run a 40. They wanted to see me run a 40 because the coaches obviously told them, like, man, we got a guy. He going to be up and coming, whatever. Like, I went out there and ran a 4.3. Soon I ran the 4.3, they offered me right before the practice. But I didn't know how big it was just getting offered still, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Old Man getting my first offer. So boom, I go out there and practice. I got the offer, and then other schools just started looking like, man, who is this guy? So when the season started, man, the recruiting process, man, is at first I loved it because now I feel like I'm getting appreciated for all my hard work. You know what I'm saying? All these different universities calling and wanting to see me play, just see what type of player and guy I am, and player off the field I am. Man, it's just started taking off, man. Like I'm seeing a lot of the colleges that I like and watch every Saturday play, man. It's like, dang, like it's live, like it's up. You know what I'm saying? But once I started being that top guy of that class, it started getting like, man, I want to just hurry up and commit, bro. That's how I really was. I just want to hurry up and lock in something.
How because we hear that sometimes, and I think some people don't quite understand it. But I know you being in a position you were in, being that guy, the number one guy. Like, man, how does it just kind of become exhausting for you, where you just kind of like, hey, man, enough?
Yeah, because how I am, like, I'm not one of those. I feel like when it comes to the recruiting process, they got to be on you because there's a million other schools trying to get you too.
Mm-hmm.
And now how I know how everything works, shoot, when you're a certain recruit, you go to that school, they get paid a lot, you know what I'm saying? They get extra incentives, all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then shoot, make the university look good, and shoot, you probably getting a player who gonna be that guy and go to the NFL, make the school even look way better, you know what I'm saying? And help you win as well. So, but I'm that type of guy where it's like, man, if I like the school, I like the school. You ain't got to keep talking to me. Like, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I was. So I ain't really too much. When they talk to me, I'll have a conversation like, okay, yeah. But, man, I ain't going to actually be starstruck. I remember when Miami first came in to my school and talked to me. They just offered when I was linebackers, and he came in and talked to me. Man, I ain't going to lie. I was starstruck when I seen that Miami Hurricane shit on the shirt. I ain't going to lie to you. I was like, oh, man.
You
It's like every time I seen a new university, I was like, oh, man. Then I go right home, go on YouTube. I look up like one of the DBs I like, just look at the highlights.
You ain't have to put no VHS tapes.
Yeah, I was just about to say he had to go throwback.
You got to go far back for them boys, right?
Yeah, fact. I had to go far. Right? You know what's crazy? But only people highlights I was looking at shit. No disrespect to the corners, I know they got good corners, but I was looking at Sean Taylor and Ed Reed. I like boom, that's it. And I just be watching. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to Miami. But it was like that every time a university came that I like.
Yeah.
But if somebody like Wisconsin come, I won't be stunning that
shit. Did you talk about school being? Which coach called you and made you a little starstruck, man? Because you was big time, so you got some calls.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I remember on National Signing Day for the I think it was the 2014 or 2015 class, or before that. I remember Nick Saban called me on that same day. I just got done lifting weights because my first block was gym class, and my gym teacher was my defensive coordinator at my high school. And I remember he was like, "Hey, you got a phone call about to come to you, whatever." So it was National Signing Day. He called me on the phone. He was like, "Hey, Levante, this is Nick Saban. I want you to remember this day on National Signing Days when it's your time, man. We gonna get this offer, man. I love the way you play." And I guess at the time, one of their top guys was like Size Jones.
Pitch. I remember this
day.
He
was size, and he was balling like, man, I can see you coming here, playing the star position, which is the nickel position, and punt return, and being a return specialist. Like, he was just giving me a lot of game, and I was like, oh man, another one. But I mean, I was like, but that's when I remember, just because I just remember it vividly how it was.
So you're the number one corner in the country. Everybody, any school you want to, you could go to. So when did you start narrowing your schools down? What are some of the schools that stood out in your process, being like a top 5, 10? What was it for you what was the schools that you focus on the most in your process?
Yeah, so how I went about mine was, off the rip, shoot, everybody knows you go to Florida State, you go to Florida, Ohio State, LSU, Alabama as a DB. So
say when one more time, bro. I like that. Say it one more time, dog.
Yeah, so as a DB, and even if any recruit see this, you don't need to be looking at no school. No disrespect, no school. Every school good. You can go to the league. But if you really want to enhance your style of play, you either go to Florida State, you go to Florida, Alabama, LSU, Ohio State. I would say Miami, but it ain't been nothing like that lately.
We ain't got a lot because Larion on here, bro. Don't worry about it. He'll be all right.
Man, I hurt my feelings. I'm a realist. I didn't want that list. We safeties. I give you that corner. I'm cool with that. I respect that.
Yeah, because like it's just that's what just come out. You're gonna have a better chance of yourself going on. You know what I'm saying? I see Oregon been. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we putting out DBs. They play right away. Washington Huskies though. I
Yeah,
don't know what it
Washington put up
is.
some nice DBs.
They be. I don't know what it is. I be peeping. I'm like, man, what the world?
They do a
Like,
good job of developing over there.
yeah, they do a
Hidden
good
gems,
job.
baby.
I seen Utah too though. Utah from corner and safety, they've been doing all right too, putting them in the league. But man, that was how I looked at it.
Texas low key do a good job as
Yeah,
well, man.
Texas too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's how I went about mine. But I waited a little longer because I wanted everybody else on my team to try to get an offer. So I was just waiting. I was trying to wait it out as long as I could.
We talked about that, man. So when you say that, what you mean? Like you was trying to help bring attention to some of your other teammates?
Yeah, because I feel like the longer that I hold my recruiting process would have been good because now they would keep watching. They keep coming to the games. They're gonna watch the games and they're gonna see other players. They might have
That's
a
real.
crazy good game. You know what I'm saying? And they get an offer, and that's how I did it with mine. A lot of people on my team got offers who weren't even supposed to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I went about mine. Like I made everybody got offers. Shoot.
That's real, bro. That's stand up. We was just talking about that, man. Like
No, that's a different approach to
provide,
it too. It's not even like no package deal. She just like I
yeah,
know
just get
just
the
for the
eyes.
right. I'm the number one cornerback in the nation. All these coaches will be coming to these different games. You know,
Right.
within those coaches coming to these different games, they'll be able to see X, Y, and Z out on the field as well. So
Exactly. Yep. Because you might see somebody. You might see somebody. A coach might just. You know how coaches is. They love. A coach can fall in love with somebody who you think not even like that.
No, for sure.
And then he developed and he just end up going to the league. Like, I done seen it happen so many times. There's people in the league right now who in the league who I know I'm better than, but coach just fell in love with them and now they already in the system. They already on payroll.
You'll
And
see a
they
Mario
spot
work.
right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. So it's like you just never know.
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
Mario got a bunch of them right now. Guys he just fell in love with. They ain't ranked that high, but he like them.
Watch him work. Watch him work.
Hey, Levante, you was a super confident guy coming out of high school. You should have been, man. You had the talent.
Right.
I like confident people. I like people that, you know what I'm saying, stand on their talents and their beliefs of themselves, man. Do
Right.
you regret saying you're gonna be better than Vernon Hargraves?
Nah, I don't really. I was thinking about that shit like 2 years ago. I'm a
Yeah.
fan. When I had my other Twitter, fan was like, yeah, I bet he don't something like that. But I was like, nah, I don't now because I ain't gonna lie to you. He was one of my favorite DBs though. Because when I finally cut it, I don't know, nobody don't know, but my final schools was literally Florida State, Florida. I was gonna drive to Miami after I left Florida, but I ended up not going there. It was gonna be Alabama or LSU. And at the time, my favorite DB was Vernon Hargraves. He had the most swag in college football at DB, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like that's
Yeah,
just
man, he
being
was
real.
nasty.
Like Jalen had that dog. Had that dog in him. But I was looking at Vernon Hargraves at the time. But then I finally got to see Jalen in person. I was like, he the one. Like I already knew he was really like that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. At that little peak, Vernon Hargraves was the better corner. But you know how everything be. They like length and size. And they end up going with Jalen, but Jalen like that. Jalen, he was the best, but Vernon had that swag, bro. Like a lot of DBs in my era, if you say you want no Vernon Hargraves fan, you a liar. Now that's just being
Brown
real.
was cold, man. Brown was cold 100%. And like you
Yeah.
say, stuff on the field, they wanted it, and it matched the hype coming out of high school.
No, facts. He was really like that. I used to every time when I knew that, I had to watch that game because I like Jalen too, but I couldn't picture myself for him because he a longer DB. You feel me?
Right.
Me and Vernon was like almost similar in size, so that's who I used to go. I used to watch him. I was like, yeah, because he the one. He got the swag. Like, man, it was crazy, bro. I don't think people understand. That swag was crazy.
Nah, he was him, man. I
I
got
remember
Vernon. I
that,
got
bro.
Vernon in my top 5 Gator DBs, and people give me a hard time about it, but
Why that man had that
you had to be
swag?
there. You had to be there, and I think like
Yeah.
he came in as a freshman. His last year he did dial it back because if he wanted to get drafted, he was trying to. I know how it
Right,
is, man. We didn't have the greatest of teams. He was trying to not
right.
get injured, but when he was dialed in, bro, one of the best Gator corners of all time, man.
Nah,
When he was
for
dialed in,
real.
for sure.
Facts. Like, I ain't gonna lie. He brought some swag and culture to that team too. Like,
For sure.
yeah.
So let's talk about the end of your recruitment. So you narrowing it down to these schools, man. What put Florida State over the top? Let's talk about some official visits. What official visits did you take?
Right. So to be real, like I was telling you earlier, bro, when I tell you I'm coming, I'm coming. I
Pause.
ain't doing nothing. No, none of that. Cause like I told you, this is my trip. Shout out to my mom too, man. My mom made every drive, long hour drive. She did that. Shout out to mom, dude. We
right. No
drove.
doubt.
So we drove from all the way. So what happened? Supposed to happen was I was gonna visit Florida State, go to Florida, go to Miami, go home, and I was gonna go to Alabama, then LSU, and just decide on that. But man, when I took that visit to Florida State, that shit changed my life forever. Cause I was like, I'm going here. Like it ain't nothing else to be talked about. I told Jimbo I'm coming. He probably thought I was lying. I could tell in his face because I ain't commit right there. But I told him I was coming. At the time too, a DB who I really liked was Greg Reed. That's somebody who I looked up to watching him play. So when I the way it's similar size and stuff like that, so I was like, I can do this. You feel me? Because to be honest with you, I never knew you had to be a certain length, a size to be a great DB. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that or what the hype was about it. So when they started talking about, oh, he only this, he only 5'9" or 5'10" or whatever, I was like, Greg Reed, my size, he did good at Florida State. I'm finna go here. You feel me? So that's how I looked at it. And then at the time, I loved punt return too. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to do that at Florida State, but that was something I loved to do too. But when I went there, I felt comfortable there. I already had a high school teammate that was already there, Derek Knighty. I had my godbrother Josh Sweat there.
Man, I'm telling you, but we shot pretty decent in Virginia at that point in time.
Yeah, I already met Derwin, T-Time, all them guys, the 2015 class, because I went to the opening as a youngster. So I felt comfortable going there already, especially leaving all the way from Virginia, because at first my mom didn't want me to leave. It was stuck between fucking Virginia Tech and UVA, but I was like, I don't want to go to no UVA.
Yeah, that's cold blooded. You gotta be like, come on, mom.
Nah, facts. Because at the time, UVA was doing that little pipeline through my city, so it was like UVA, and then we had
Your godbrother went there, right?
Yeah, and certain people had beef with Virginia Tech from my area, and I trained with them, so it was like, man, you feel me?
Yeah.
They had coach Raymond over there at corner. He was a good corner coach, man. Because I used to look at Kendall Fuller too, the Fuller brothers.
Yep.
At DB. So it was
now,
like
VT definitely had a nice string of DBs, so that's a catch. But you that guy, man. Like know, those are guys who probably most of those guys. Were
Jimmy Smith, not Tyson. Jimmy Smith.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then
I'm glad she let you go do your thing. But go ahead.
Yeah, Beamer. I think Beamer was leaving out anyway too. So that's when I was like, I ain't staying home. I wanted to leave too. 'Cause I feel like me leaving was a big thing as well, man. Where I can develop and really put my talents on national television. You feel me? So that's how I felt.
How was Jimbo as a recruiter?
Jimbo as a recruiter, man. Shoot, he was cool, bro. Like one thing about Jimbo, people don't know. Man, he loved them players that's just from that culture, bro. Like, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimbo, a players coach. I love Jimbo to death, man. I was really heartbroken when he left Florida State, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But, man, he recruited me hard, bro. I told him I was coming. He didn't believe me, but then I told him, you know what I told Jimbo all I want? I just want number one. That's all I want. And I'm coming. He thought I was lying, but when he knew I was locked in, it was up.
He told you can get the one right off the rip?
Yeah, off the rip, yep. I told him I want number one.
Yeah, got good lies, man.
They all got good lies though. That's the the heart of the game. When you hear all these recruits and they be like, yeah, coach keep it real, and then motherfucker get on campus like, man, he lied like shit, man.
Nah, fact. That'd be funny though, cause man, I remember man, I ain't gonna lie, the coaches do be lying though. Oh yeah, when you get here, like, but me, I already knew what it was. My dad, and when I seen people get recruited, I already seen it. So I knew I wasn't gonna. It is what it is. Like, I know I'm number one corner in the country and all that, but I can come here first day of the week in practice and shit the bed. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm already from Virginia. They probably don't think nothing of Virginia anyway. I'm over here with a bunch of Florida boys. They probably, man, you feel me? My first, matter of fact, people don't know. My mom drove 14 hours from Virginia to Tallahassee to move me in. Before I even get moved in, I had to do one-on-ones with a receiver who was talking crazy.
That number one corner. That's the number one corner, right?
Oh, God. Hey, shout out Dalvin Cook. He betted on me too, man. Yeah.
So give us a story about that.
Yeah. So what happened was, I finally got up there, at Champions Hall, moving in. I seen Dalvin. Dalvin already loved me. We chopped it up. And he was like, man, this is a receiver, man. He talking crazy, man. It was Nooney. He was talking. He was talking crazy, like, man, he ain't gonna do nothing. Cause Dalvin, I guess, like during that spring ball, like, you know how people talk. Dalvin was telling him, yeah, we got a young boy gonna lock you up when you come up here. Like that's how it was. And we end up going on the practice field. I'm fresh off the drive. We're going out there and battling, bro. Like I was like, what the hell? That shit was just funny to me.
So give me the story, man. Who won out of you and Noonan?
Nah, he got me. He got me when I first got there. I ain't gonna lie. He got me.
Man, Noonan was pretty nice though, man. Noonan was really nice when it came to running routes and stuff like that.
Nah, he do got routes. But once I started getting adapted to the college speed though, motherfuckers can't fuck with me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Before we get too far, who finished second into your recruitment?
Second, like what school I went to, if I ain't go to
Yeah.
Florida State, I ain't get a chance to go to Alabama, but my second probably would have been the Florida Gators at the time. Cause I didn't take that visit to LSU or Alabama. But I remember when LSU first offered me, I was about to commit right there because my favorite player was Ty Matthew.
What was
So I was
Muschamp like on the? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I was saying Ty Matthew was my favorite player at the time. Shoot, god damn, that one he was raw.
Yeah, Honey Badger was
Man,
getting it. Yeah,
I wanted
that
to
boy
go to
had
LSU so bad. My mama told me like, just wait. You feel me? So on first and just
Mama wanted
wait.
you right down the road to Virginia Tech. That's what she
Well, I
wanted.
was about to commit LSU, so they offered me just because of Ty Matthew. But around that time though, I think Florida Gators was my second because that's
what
all
was
they had lined up.
What was Will Muschamp like as a recruiter?
Yeah, shoot, defensive mindset, bro. Like he a genius too. He probably don't get the much respect that he don't. He don't get the much respect that he deserve, but he good, bro. Like for real. Like he really be dialing stuff up, man. But he was a good recruiter, bro. He was on me too, man. I was like, man, I was so torn in between those schools, bro. And I was like, damn, all these schools in Florida I like too.
Right.
It was like, I was torn between it, bro. I swear I was.
And was it T-Rob who was your lead guy as a DB coach over there?
Yeah, T-Rob. I had T-Rob. Because he used to tell me like, oh yeah, because you know people was like, he ain't that tall, small. He can't actually see me. Like he looked at me, he like, you the same size as Vernon Hargreaves. I already knew who Vernon Hargreaves was, so I'm like,
Good pitch.
no. Yeah, I was like, oh
Good
man.
pitch.
And then I seen
Yeah,
Vernon Hargreaves
gotta
at the
lead with
Under
it.
Armour. I went to the Under Armour American game and seen Vernon Hargreaves and stuff too.
Put your
And
camera down just a little bit, bro. We got the top of your head. Yeah, all right.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we used to chop it up a lot too. So I was like, man, it was hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Brown jacket Jimbo. You put that on. Well, gold jacket Jimbo. You put that jacket on as
Yeah,
the rep, huh?
Jimbo Fisher, man.
That's when Jimbo was in his bag back then for sure.
Nah, he was for sure.
All right, bro. So you get the F. No, go ahead, so you got it.
What was it about the city of Tallahassee? You talked about Jimbo recruiting you in Florida State, the program, but what was it about Tallahassee that lured you over there?
Really, I say like just the whole atmosphere. When I first pulled up, man, you see dope right there in the middle of everything. Man, I went out there, I just loved it, bro. Like I'm the type of dude I love football. So on the way to Florida State, even before there, I'm up there looking up all the DBs that went through there. Shout out to Ronald Darby. He from almost the same area too. He went there too and had success and started. So I'm looking at that like, man, it's going crazy. And plus, shoot, they coming off winning a national championship, everything like in my little high school era time too. So I'm like, I'm going to Florida State, bro. They got it. And they had 11. The whole starting defensive team go to the league. The ball boy went to the league.
Yeah, he did.
Come on, man. That shit was hot at the time. I'm like, bro, I'm going to Florida State, bro.
And the ball boy did go to the league.
Yeah, red lightning dig.
Real.
That's crazy.
Hey, it was like, man, they
sending
them, man. They sending them.
That's crazy.
The ball boy went to the league. That put the defense in touch. They put that little picture with the team. They had a picture of the defense. Every team they went to, they had the ball boy right
That's insane. The ball boy went to the league.
That's a wild recruiting pitch.
Right.
For real.
Anymore. So you get the FSU, not the FSU, but just to kind of piggyback what Silk was saying, what about like the coach at Tallahassee just having, you got Florida State here, you got FAMU here, TCC here, the college culture in general. How was it as you know, for you living in Tallahassee with that college town, and was that a big draw for you in your recruiting process as well?
To be honest, not really. But then once I finally got to Florida State and really seen them set Fridays at FAMU and shit like that, I said, oh, ain't nothing like this, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, for the state, it's something to do every day. Man, it's like you really not gonna never be bored. And it's like it's Florida, bro. Like you can't go wrong. Like you feel me? Like man, the culture different, bro. Like man,
Plethora of talent.
yeah, it was fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like
I
yeah,
want to get to
Tally,
the fun part, man.
I feel like the players there we made it more fun too because we all knew each other. It was like real genuine love. So you got everybody out there too, like the people who live there. I know them people now. I got good relationships with people out, locals and all that. You feel me? So man,
Right.
Tallahassee, it's up there.
What's your funniest guy on the team? Who's the funniest guy on the team?
The funniest guy on the team when I was there. I ain't gonna lie, it probably was Nooney at the time or Pop the tight end we had from
Yeah.
Philly.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Them two was funny, man. They was funny as hell.
And when we speak of talent on here, sometimes we talk about the local collection of young ladies
Right,
out and about. I
right,
know FAMU has a rich tradition and
right,
of some very talented young ladies out there.
right.
Who was probably one of the best recruiters on y'all team when it came to the talent out there in Tallahassee. Florida State is definitely no slouch.
Right.
Very, very. Matter of fact, I give it up to Florida State as some of the best talent I ever witnessed, put my eyes on. So, who was kind of that guy, man?
To put them on or just seeing who I know
Go grab
Who
him.
were bringing them back for the interviews, man? And seeing,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Who
Man,
who had the best
I ain't gonna
roster?
lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody, shit.
Right,
I ain't gonna lie. This the thing
Boy,
though.
winning.
People go to Florida State.
Right.
People
Boy,
go to
winning,
Florida
man.
State, look at the stands and see the good looking things in there. They don't even be really. They don't even go to Florida State. They go to FAMU or somewhere. Really, they just like Florida
right.
State. You feel me? Man, FAMU. That's the one. They the ones that got them.
Yeah. They just
200%.
coming to support the team, man. I respect
Yeah,
that, man.
FAMU,
And
man.
and you love the love. I like to see that. I like that. You the first person to tell us, everybody. Usually somebody got an ego, like, nah. And that's what's
Everybody,
up.
bro. Everybody, man. But
Everybody
I
was
got
in.
shout out. If I just give my girl see this, I love you. Did I see her? I tell her. We
It's a
talk
different
about it all the
time.
time. Tallahassee turned up.
There
You know
you
they
go.
call it Tallahassee.
Yeah, tell it nasty. Boy, you're right. Hey, so let's talk about you just getting to college itself. Now, you talked about the one-on-ones with Nooney, but just
Right,
what about that transition from high school to college? Because you was the top dog, number one corner in the nation.
right,
Best player on your team. You get the FSU. They got number one corner here, number one safety here,
right,
number one whatever it may be.
right,
Everybody's a blue chip type of guy, so you kind of got to start over and prove yourself. What was that
right.
transition like for you going from high school to college?
So my first thing when I went to Florida State, what I really wanted to do was put on like some weight. Cause I came to Florida State weighing like 175, 180.
Mm.
Probably no, really 175. Cause I bulked up for one just to weigh in good Under Armour thing, but I ended up losing that damn weight because I was running track. So I really came in at Florida State like 175 on the low end. So that's one of the first things I wanted to do. But then I seen how intense these damn workouts was in the heat. I couldn't gain weight fast. You know what I'm saying? I'll go up, but then that shit go right back down. And I'm the type of player like I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really drink a lot of water like I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So the water weight ain't gonna even help me. And then after the workouts, I'd be so tired, bro. I just want to lay down. Then you got class. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really down there only taking in like 1 or 2 meals a day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm young, so I'm feeling good. So, but that was one of the first things I wanted to do. So, and then I think my freshman year we had 2-a-days too. Like I that was my last year doing the 2 days after it got canceled. So we'll practice in the morning for camp and then at night for camp too. But before all that too, we had the fourth quarter drills. Man, I used to hear stories about it, but me actually doing the fourth quarter, that shit hurt, boy.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Elaborate
you,
on the drill. Give us
that's
what exactly is the drill?
basically mat drills.
Okay.
So like basically like you got to be up like 5, 6 in the morning. You would have a certain group. They'll put you probably like with safeties in corners with each other. receivers and probably tight ends would be with each other, running backs, fullbacks with each other, quarterbacks probably by themselves, O line and D line with a group, right? So basically, what it really is like 45 minutes to an hour nonstop running. You got different drills, and on top of that, you know what I didn't know after the first day? Man, they got cameras recording you. Man, cameras recording you running. They study you everything. Then I learned about the GPS on you, the miles per hour. They can tell if you bullshitting or not. And then you can't bend down. Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was happy to be 175 shit when I came in. Look, I'm telling you, we had the drills, nonstop drills. Your legs dead, and after the drills, you had to go outside and run them corners. Bro, I'm telling you, like, that shit, I feel like that shit made me tough, but I was already prepared for it because I already worked hard for it, too. But that just made me tap into another level of just being a dog, bro. You feel me? And I wanted to prove everybody, like, I'm him. So I was just out there working, just quiet, just working. But, man,
it seems like the work part of it was easy since Pops kind of prepares you for that
right.
at an early age, man.
Right.
It seems like that part, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing I was struggling with, honestly, struggle with, but I had to get adapted to time management because you got to be here. You got to be here at this time. I ain't got no transportation. I really ain't got no blood family out here, other than like my god brother and them. But shit, they doing their own thing too. You know what I'm saying? So,
number one player in the country. You ain't asked for the NIL before the NIL, bro?
Oh man, if I had NIL, I'd be the richest motherfucker, right? If NIL was around that time, oh man, we would have been hit people across the head, especially at Florida State.
Up.
Everybody, when I was at Florida State, everybody was at Florida State too. So
you ain't get no handshakes.
Nah, I ain't getting
y'all boy wasn't giving away nothing but crab legs, and then y'all snitched on the
we had a decent thing going at Publix, bro.
Yeah, the Publix deal, man.
I was weak because I actually went to that Publix. They said he stole from too. I remember I went there like it was a goddamn museum. I was like, wow. Okay.
This the one.
Hey, look, a funny story though, right? So,
you said like it's a museum, bro.
I'm a seafood guy. I love seafood, bro.
Right.
So I went back there.
There's a picture of that now, huh?
Yeah, you go to that Publix, bro. You go in the back, bro. You tell him what you want, right?
Crime.
And the dude just he either put the stick on there or he don't. So I see why if he didn't did pay for it. You feel me?
We knew what it was, man.
Yeah, I'm like
we automatically knew what it was, even as a rival fan. But I just had to play on it.
Yeah, I don't know why it hit my mind. It just hit my mind. Like when he gave it to me, I'm like, damn, I don't see no price.
Barcode on the bill.
No barcode. So now I'm like, damn, did he mess up or he knew who I was or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. I went up there like, hey, you ain't put no thing on here. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot my bag. I'm like, oh yeah.
He like amateur.
Right.
I called my homeboy. I'm like, bro, I see what happened, bro. He probably just, I don't know. I was like, oh,
but see, I'm gonna tell you what happened in that situation because really it's on the seafood guy. Because I had a seafood guy in college too. He was knocking off my girlfriend's roommate.
Right.
He used to ring it up for dumb cheap. So I would have, man, I used to have prawn, bro. I'm talking about huge shrimp. I might come back with 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and I only paid $4 for it. So he put a sticker on there. You got to put something, that way you can go ring it up. But yeah, he put nothing on y'all, man. And then, then he's acting like it was y'all fault. No, you bring something up real cheap on there, man, so them boys can live.
Seafood is not cheap, bro.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
I might have some scallops. I got some scallops one time. Cause I love scallops, bro.
Oh, that's
I got some
shit.
scallops, bro. Cause like I'm like, what the hell? I'm seeing different prices every time. I'm like, what the hell?
Welcome to the real world, huh?
Cause they be really messing up though. Cause they move so fast. They probably didn't weigh it right. They just put the thing on there. They probably didn't.
No, they weighed it right. I worked in the seafood department at Publix. I'm telling you, they weighed it right. There's no way to misweigh it. You weigh it light. You strip the sticker, then you put the rest of it on type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't mess it up. They just gave Jameis the NIL special. Somebody didn't get the memo. Somebody broke chain of command. Yeah. And was like, and snitched, man. But,
you know it was Karen. You know it was Karen.
Oh, 100%.
Not Key Largo. Just Karen in general.
Man, when I hit the news, I was like, crap, Liz, what the hell? It was so really petty on it, for real.
Man, it made my day. Y'all was hooping at that time. That shit made my week, boy. I was like, oh my God, I needed a
Then it made it no better because now I'm being recruited, and I see another one Well, I guess he stood up middle of campus screaming,
Oh
blurting
man,
some stuff out. I'm like,
yeah,
what the
man.
hell's going on, man? What's going on?
We
Y'all
want
making
to
a
help the
hey,
we want helping it all with the recruitment.
what?
Bruh. Jameis should never take his helmet off. That's one thing about that cat. He should go everywhere with that helmet on, man.
I
Man,
want
that
Jameis on the
was
pod because I want to ask Jameis about the game he ain't supposed to suit up. And he
Oh,
came out the
yeah.
That was
stadium.
the game.
I
Fuck
watched
around
that
Clemson.
game, bro. I was at
The
home.
Clemson
Look,
game.
yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, we gotta
Clemson
win.
2014.
I'm like, we gotta win, right? And I seen Jamie got suspended. Cause I think it was because of the class shit too. I'm not mistaken.
That was before no, I was the fucking writing that same shit you was talking about.
Yeah.
The
yeah, that was
Yeah,
in the
so
library
Yeah.
or
yeah,
whatever
so
it was.
boom. I'm watching the game now. I'm seeing him warm up. That man got on the shoulder pads. And I see another video of Jimbo telling him like, man, like you know how Jimbo talk, like this man crazy, bro.
Jimbo was
This
livid, bro.
man is crazy.
Jimbo face it showed it all, bro. Jimbo,
And
his face was
Jameson really had the dumbest face on the planet. Like, huh?
Nah, facts.
Oh,
bro.
for you, for real? Oh shit, I figured I'm James Winston.
What? I'm
Oh
gonna watch it now.
shit.
Like, what the hell? Like that. It's like ever since the crab leg shit, anything he did just went viral, bro.
Right, he just
That's facts.
My dog,
Like,
everything
my
was
dog,
big. But he ain't help
my
himself.
dog
He
still-
can't
my
stand
dog
up
was
and say
still
that in the
in,
library.
He was stealing soda from Burger King, man. And that made damn
Bro.
big noodles too, man. Like, god damn, man, can't he get a water cup full of damn?
Man, yeah, they snitching. That's Sprite. That's Sprite. He got Sprite. That's cold work, man.
It's crazy, bro. It was really crazy. So let's fast forward to your sophomore year, and this is when shit started to get interesting, right?
Right.
So your sophomore year, man, you balling. I think that was your best year at FSU. You was locked in. You was pretty much doing everything. My rolls on the
That was
screen.
fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
refresh
can see.
real quick.
Hey, y'all hit that like button. Like, subscribe. We're not getting enough likes. A bunch of people hanging out in the comments, but y'all not liking, so y'all haters.
So your sophomore year, you was balling. That was your best year in the field. That's when you probably looked like number one corner, and it was about to be a bright future junior, senior year, this, that, another. At the same time, we was going through this Jimbo shit, and that was the start of it in regards to him leaving. How was that like? Just tell me how was that season like for you guys? Was there a disconnect with you guys and Jimbo? Did you guys kind of feel like the vibes are off a little bit? When did you guys start to see like, okay, someone's a little different in regards to how he's moving?
Right. So man, like, yeah, talk about my sophomore season. Like, so I remember my freshman year. Man, my whole time at Florida State was crazy, bro.
Because he was pretty much rumors every year about
yeah, like so. My recruiting coordinators was Charles Kelly, Coach Hakens, and Jimbo. That was my area at the time. So man, me and Hakens built a relationship from day one. Going in, like I told y'all before, like I never knew they talking about you gotta be this stature, similar size, or this size to be a corner and to be a good corner. You know what I'm saying? But so I wanted to go in and play nickel, star. But I already wanted to play star because I seen that defense. They the ones making all the damn plays. Like I remember, Florida State had Jalen playing the star position for a long time before they even put him at corner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and shout out LaMarcus Joyner too. He another reason why I wanted to go to Florida State because we're similar in size. You feel me? So I wanted to play star. I wanted to be all over the field. They get the blitz, you get the tackle, you get the cover. You know what I'm saying? So I came in at star position, right? Learning everything in and out, learning how to beat apex, read that tackle for the run read, all type of stuff, right? So then, as the season go on, I think we played Ole Miss. We had corners we had good corners, but I guess the coaches didn't like what they was doing sometimes. And I ended up going to corner. Coach Charles Kelly and them had a talk. I go to practice out of nowhere. You playing corner, field corner. So I'm like, all right. I ain't really care anyway. I wanted to play corner for real. Boom. I go to corner, and they just love the way I play man to man. Like, so if you peep my whole sophomore year, they really didn't never want to put me in no damn zone. I played straight press man damn near every play. And in college you playing a lot of snaps, bro. So it's hard. Like, and what I did that year, that shit hard, bro. I played press man damn near every play of the game and not give up nothing. No touchdowns. I barely didn't give up first downs, you feel me? Yeah, so going into my sophomore year, boom, corner, I do what I do. And I didn't start realizing what I was really doing till PFF start dropping those shits like he the lowest rated passing rate at corner. I was then leading at every board, number one, if not number two. And it was crazy, bro, because going into that same year, it was Denzel Ward. He got drafted number 3, and I was ranking over him. So when I was looking at that shit, I'm like, damn, I'm better than this man. You feel me? But going like I said, that sophomore year, it was crazy, bro. Hearing Jimbo about to leave and stuff like that. Certain players and coaches, they're not feeling each other. You got players on the same team, it's getting hostile. Some people think they should be playing. Some people think they, should be starting with somebody. You feel me? We go in there and beat. We go to Florida Gators. We end up beating Florida the last game. I think y'all just had a coaching change too. Like he left too.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Muschamp was out for McElwain.
Facts. I got to go back to that game, bro. That was crazy, right? Because, me already made the tweet about the Vernon Hargrave shit before that, everything, right? So that year, I had a stout year, right? In Florida, the last game. So I remember vividly, bro. I'm like, DeAndre Francois coming in. I was like, he came to the DB. It was like me. I forgot who I was with, but it was like, man, they said they going at y'all boys tomorrow. So my head, I was like, huh? That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, huh? He just threw me off with that. I was like, what? So I came ready to play. So then I'm looking at shit too. I'm like, damn, bro, I don't got no damn interception. I ain't got no picks, bro. But I got the PFF grades to show that I really hit him and to film him. So I remember going to the swamp, bro. I'm on YouTube watching interceptions the whole ride there, right? So then I finally run out there to the stadium. That was my first time actually being in the stadium because, like I said, I was supposed to visit from Florida State to Florida Gators to Miami, right? So now I'm in the stadium. I'm like, damn, this shit hard. You feel me? I'm like, damn, it's hard. But then you could tell like the vibe with them wasn't even that good really because they probably didn't even really too much care either. You feel me? But I could tell they wanted to beat us though at least because if they won, we never went to the bowl game. So.
Yeah, that's when we had a damn bowl streak at that point in time.
Yeah, facts, exactly. So, man, mind you though, bro, like one thing about it, the shit just be funny. Like, like if you look at that game, bro, I think like the first play or something like that, they tried to go deep on me, bro, with their receiver Hammond, something like that, number 10.
Frankie.
He tried to go deep on me for real. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, these boys really trying me today. You feel me? So
I think he had you. I think he had a step on. We just ain't had no quarterback play, Taylor. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he had a step on. Huh?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I was on. It was a go ball for sure. I think cause he got sacked by Pugh. I think Pugh hit him. He got sacked. He was about to launch that bitch. And one thing about the quarterback though, he could throw that bitch far though. He probably had no accuracy in him. But one thing he did was arm though. I ain't gonna lie. But I ended up finishing that game like 2 picks, went to the crib, everything. That shit was like one of my best.
You joined the slam. Remember that?
Yeah, like, but man, that shit was crazy. So after the bowl game and all that in that game, bro, just hearing Jimbo about to leave, like I tell you, like, bro, he told us right before then, like he wasn't leaving, he's staying, bro.
Coach be lying, baby.
He told us, man. Shout out to Fisher though, I love him, but that day I was just so mad, bro. He told us he was staying, so I wasn't paying no mind. We have a team meeting, right? He coming there with the same goddamn Texas A&M sweater, bro. The color, bro.
You can't even roll a Texas A&M sweater into the meeting?
Not the A&M sweater, but with the color, like that.
The color, yeah.
Dark maroon, like.
It's different, than that Garnett, yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
Y'all had to jack Jimbo ass up in that motherfucker.
Man, look,
I'm trying to tell you.
He had it on. I don't know if he did it on purpose or it just so happened. Shit just be happening, bro. And you think about
like, sign that big ass contract.
So boom, he had that. He had like a little sweater on, but it was like one of them long john type sweaters. He walked in there. Tell me right before he even took a step in there. Bzz, bzz, bzz. ESPN, Jimbo Fisher signed $90 million.
That's cold-blooded.
It was crazy because look, everybody looking back like I sat in the front, like I had the same seat since I've been there. I was right in the front where Jimbo sat at. Like Jimbo sat right here to the right. It was Trey Marshall and me. So and I'm shit buzzing. We looking back like, bro, it was before he even walked in the meeting, bro. And we had the meeting. Swing walked in, he like, I'm sorry guys, I wanted to break it to y'all before ESPN and blah blah blah. no lie, bro. Like while he was talking, bro, I got up my seat and left, bro. I
I
left.
feel you.
I
I
walked.
feel
I
you.
walked out. I walked out. And like I know when people seeing that, they was probably in shock, bro. Cause I'm one of the dudes. I don't be showing no emotion for it. I just be quiet, chilling. You feel me? So I know when
Right.
people seen that shit, they're like, "Oh shit!" Cause I heard when after I left, some other people had walked out too. You know what I'm saying? And I was really mad, bro. Cause I'm like, damn, like you really came to my house, bro. You talked to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just came off a great year. I really need y'all like for next year too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. That's how I look at that shit because I seen it happen already, bro. You feel me? And I never and me actually being in the fire like that, seeing your coach leave, it was crazy because I was so used to being on the outside in on TV. Oh, this coach leaving. You know what I'm saying? But
Actually
I ended
being
up
a part
leaving, bro.
of it.
I was crying, bro. Coach Boosie at the time, Stanford Samuel's dad came and got me. Him and Coach Higgins got me out of the bathroom. I had to go back to the meeting room, so now I'm just sitting there, right? So he apologized to us basically, and you know, he explained his feelings towards the school and all that. He had his son was right there crying too. It was just, bro, it was a bad day, bro. You can just feel the dark
What you
clouds,
crying
bro.
for, man? You rich.
Yeah, facts. That's why
Because I gotta let this money make me do
So, but
what it
real
want me,
talk though, man,
what I want to do.
people don't
yeah.
realize Trey loved FSU, bro. He stayed. I
Yeah,
think he stayed after the fact. He went to
yeah,
goddamn
when
college.
Jimbo left, he still was around. Like he really loved Florida State, bro. And I bet
Yeah.
he told his dad too, like,
I would have
you
been in
should have
Texas with
left.
Pops.
You feel me?
Shit, I don't know about out there.
I mean,
I really stay in Tallahassee too.
now I'm going
No,
with the money,
fact.
baby.
Just send me the check.
Real quick.
He
Hey,
got
wait,
money.
hold on, I want to touch on something real quick here. So what he said he gave us some issues with the team. What with the school rather? What was some of his
So
gripes
the
with
real reason
FSU?
why, if I'm not mistaken, don't take what I'm saying as it's true, but I think the real reason why he left Florida State was because if you don't know, like when anybody can walk in our building, bro, you won't know who they are. But you gotta have that pass to go in. But those doors is open and closing each every day to go inside the athletic department shit where we get treatment and stuff at. He wanted the football players to have our own access. So basically where we meet, so nobody else can be in there. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted everything to be football related. Training room for football, recovery for football, locker just for football only. So basically he didn't want us associated with any other sport because if you ever been to Doak Stadium, everything is merged in. Like all the athletes share the same training facility and everything. It's too much commotion.
He was trying to keep up with the competition.
Yeah, basically, you
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah, he was
I
trying to keep
think
up
they
with the
told him
competition.
they wasn't trying to do that. So
Yeah.
I think he told them like if y'all don't do that, then I'm gonna leave. And they probably thought he was bullshitting. And he left, you feel me? But it don't make sense because soon Taggart come, they talking about building shit.
All right,
That's
Like it
all
don't make
Florida
sense,
schools,
bro.
man.
That's
All
what I
Florida
said. We did the
real
same
quick.
thing in Miami.
All Florida schools dropped the ball in those regards, man. Like we
You
have
wanna
some of
know
the
why,
best
though?
talented in the world.
Exactly.
We got the best talent in the world. You watch other programs who are ahead of us now in recruiting and facilities. They're winning championships because they invested in the talent and kept the homegrown talent home. And the Florida programs dragged their feet. So Jimbo wasn't wrong in those aspects, man. Florida
Yeah,
State
bro.
It
was
snatched the Florida talent. That's
We
the other
dragged
key.
our
right.
feet.
Right.
We lost the
Momentum.
we blew a 3-1 lead, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
In
We
regards
did the
to the rest
same
of the
thing.
country.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We blew opportunity. We started this SEC run of dominance, and winning national championships with Urban
Right.
Meyer. And he had some of the same demands. He wanted, the investment from the program to
But all
upgrade things.
admin, they realized we're in the state of Florida. It's easy. We will always get players, always get
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
what
the
they
game was
think, bro.
changed.
Is
It's
that
They
what you
switching.
thought.
think?
So they thought. Yeah.
Lack of vision, lack of foresight.
Man, cause bro, it's just dumb though. Cause when I found out that was the reason, I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I'm like, bro, these schools probably making what they gonna spend in a season or two.
Come
You
Right.
on,
feel me?
man.
Like, just do it.
Right.
Like, imagine if all the Florida schools would have just did what they supposed to just try it out, whatever the coach asked. Bro, people probably be sitting on national
You got that.
championship
You would have got
already.
all that. You would have got all that money
You'd
back.
have got everybody. You feel me?
Easily got the money back.
Now
But
it
they
just would
just,
have been,
that's why I always tell people, man, I don't trust nobody greedy. They'll sell their grandma for a nickel. Greed is totally different, and that's what I think you got involved with all those programs. Let me ask you though, you seem to have a good relationship with Jimbo leading up into all of that.
Right.
If the portal was available to you, then you think you just would have hopped on in and.
So this is where it gets good at, bro, on everything. When I left out that meeting room, man, I started making phone calls, bro. Like I told my mama, like, cause bro, my mom loved Jimbo, bro. She cried when Jimbo left, and like hearing my mama cry, bro, I was like, man, I'm about to leave. You feel me?
Right.
And so as I got home, finally in my room, I just had to sit there and think where I wanted to transfer to, because I actually was gonna leave Florida State. For everybody who don't know, I was gonna leave Florida State. And at that time, when I called my mom and talked to my mom, I was gonna go to LSU. I was gonna transfer to LSU.
Okay.
The corner coach they had there, he's a good corner coach too. And
what's his
so
name?
I was gonna transfer there. It was Raymond at the time.
Yeah,
Raymond.
Yeah, he had Florida now, man. That's fine.
Some call him the GOAT, man. I don't know.
So legendary Corey Raymond, yeah.
Yeah, Raymond was there. I was gonna transfer to LSU and play with him, bro. Shit, cause I already wanted to go there anyway when they first offered me.
Right.
So, I guess Coach Higgins found out that I was planning on leaving, so he called me up to his office. I go up to his office. He talked to me. Hey Tay, like, man, like, I promise you. I promise you, Tay. We're gonna do some good things here, man. We're gonna have that swag, man. I'm telling you, the coach we're gonna bring in, he gonna be a good one. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, but now what I know now, bro. What I know now, bro.
Yeah, your ass would be up out of here.
I would have got up out of there. And not even talking about the season how it went, but just period, because really that shit was like a down there lower standard of a rebuild stage, because I could have transferred LSU, bro, and secured a first round pick, bro.
So and this was a conversation I was gonna have too, and I guess we go ahead and jump into it right now.
No, wait, hold on. Before we get, I got one more question before we get to the funny stuff of Tag.
Right.
What hindsight 2020? Now that you've been around football for a while and you're a little bit more mature, you understand toxicity and decline.
Right.
You got to look back in retrospect and see that there was a decline in Jimbo's culture as well, right? Even from the recruiting
it was.
to his
Jimbo
ambition.
was there,
right?
But I feel like the difference was, though, Jimbo was already a respected coach, so even on the decline, we still got high recruits and players who would still try to save the program and the culture.
What do you think the issue was? What do you think the culture flip was?
This was the culture flip, bro. Because you hear locker room talk. You got people on the team talk. You got some people on the team gossip like women. You feel me? You just hear everything. Bro. One of the bullshit ass comments on why some people didn't like Jimbo, bro. We too traditional. So basically, people didn't like traditional as wise as uniform. People wanted to wear the black uniforms and have some swag. So that's why people, when you see Taggart come in talking about the swag shit, that's where that comes from.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Give them the black unis.
Yeah, so that's where that comes from. Man, I had my fucking worst game ever in that black uniform. Nigga, what? Man, I didn't mind the traditional shit, bro. You don't see no Alabama people ain't complaining about no damn tradition.
Exactly. That's not a Florida State staple.
Anyway. Yeah.
Oregon's that school that likes to play with all the lineups, and I mean even Miami to an extent, because they have several changes throughout the years. But yeah, that's not a Florida State staple to be.
Florida State by nature is a traditional school, though.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Tradition would keep the ball rolling, bro. But people that's what people really wanted, bro. They wanted to change the swag. Yeah, they wanted swag. That's where all that comes from, but people don't know, bro. I start putting it together, bro. I think about this shit all the time. You feel me? Like, that's where it really come from. Cause swag tag and what do you call that other shit? It was like
lethal simplicity.
Like all that. That's where all that comes from. And I ain't gonna lie,
bounce houses.
I believed all that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Cause like, bro, like I told y'all, bro, I'm loyal, bro. I was loyal to the program. I stayed.
Right.
I was ready to leave. At the time, we was gonna figure out a way for me to leave and actually play because our head coach left.
Right.
Feel me? So I end up staying, and shit hit the fan fast, and shit didn't look promising no more. Like everything was just bad, bro. You got people not buying into the program, and people don't know, bro. It's hard to be a good player when other people on the team ain't playing good either. So everything was wishy washy, bro. That's why I'm proud of I'm happy for other players who got a chance to go to the league or get out that situation before everything happened.
What was your take on Harlan Barnett as a coach?
I feel like Harlan Barnett is a good coach. He was a good coach. When he was there though, we ran like he called it G4. That shit was quarters coverage, press technique. And you know, quarters coverage with no press. It's really not even a pass rush. So you're really playing cover zero with no pass rush like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they get there. Hopefully they get there. But that shit basically like quarters coverage. Like I personally didn't like it because when Jimbo and them was there and we ran quarters, we had a 2-to-1 read. So it's still man, but if you get a quick out from 2, you get to jump that shit and the safety will take 1. You feel me? Then you got your regular quarters beaters, a post and a dig and shit like that. So now me being pressed up with the shit and it's 1-on-1 quarters, I'm like, damn, I'm really out here just guessing now. Like if y'all go watch the Sanford game when I gave up a touchdown to the little receiver, when we watch the film, when we seen that formation, that certain motion, the motherfucker ran a post every time. So if you see me and press, I ran to the post, that motherfucker went to the fade. You feel me? So that it was like shit like that started just started not. I always believed in myself, but it was like just like, bro, this shit ain't working, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just going bad. Man, it was just it was all bad, bro. I think we had a receiver facing the opposite side of the ball one time. One game.
Yeah, that was. Ooh, that was
we saw
crazy.
that one. Yeah. That one was
man,
out
that
there,
shit
man.
was bad. Hey, bro, at that time, I was like, bro, we really one of the embarrassed teams right now, bro. We ain't supposed to be like this, dog. Like,
so when you show up to the first practice, I'm just trying to get because I'm trying not to troll because so many jokes you get up. I want to be as serious as I can. So you show up this first practice and you go from the traditional Jimbo of installments. You run there on regular practice and then Willie Taggart was a little bit different with the music and all that. What was your
shaking hands?
I'm trying to be serious, CJ. But you get to the first
I'm
practice.
trying to laugh through the pain, bro, because I lived through this shit.
What was your impression at the first practice?
All right, so not to get me wrong though, I feel like Taggart is a good coach. I feel like it just didn't work out at Florida State, to be honest. Because when he was at other programs, they did kind of win, but I just feel like at Florida State it just wasn't working, bro. To be honest with you, but my first practice there, I think we had a meeting before, like after somebody make a play, I want to see everybody get live. I want to see everybody turn up. I want to see everybody lose happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know, it's hard, bro. You got to think about it. When you already got a group of players who damn near was like, we were damn near like in the military. Let's put like the military. We got people in the military. You programmed to do this and do that. It's hard when you got somebody who just came in because, shit, he came in like later at Florida State at that. He came in spring. It wasn't like when Jimbo left, he came in. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when he came in, he wanted everybody to be turned up, swag, and turning up, which was cool. We do that, and then the music shit was different too, because Jimbo don't do music. But I mean, it was cool at the time because I feel like music got us through practice and stuff like that. But the practice was very different. You got cameras everywhere now. It was like really media fed, bro. That's why you see everything on social media now, and everybody was joking about the shit because it really was funny. You know what I'm saying?
It was planned. It was a part of the I guess the marketing. I think Willie wanted to show if it worked, bro, it could have went crazy, right? So
right, yeah, facts.
I think he wanted to show a player's coach behind the scene, a fun atmosphere, kind of like what Pete Carroll does out of USC as well.
Right.
Is what he used to do at USC. It was a very fun atmosphere. So being able to capture that for social media, edit it down. If none of the goofy stuff's happening, then that stuff is flames and it goes crazy on the recruiting trail.
Right.
Yeah, then it becomes the blueprint, but you got to win. That's the same thing like the turnover chain. It look cool, then when you start losing, now you look stupid. So
Fact, it's like a hit or miss, bro. You gotta win. I feel like with all the funny stuff that people seen on Twitter and stuff like that, who made fun of it, I feel like if we would have won, that shit would have been cool. Like,
goes totally
they
different.
live. Florida State
But see,
live.
that's why
they have fun in practice. They turned up. It just that it just didn't work out. And then and be honest, bro, I ain't like the backpack shit either though. I ain't gonna. Because I feel like this is how I feel.
Door to explore.
Miami already came out with the turnover chain. I feel like just let them have it. It's them. They already they're the first ones with it. Like now you got everybody doing a turnover chain and everything. Florida Gators, if people don't know, they already had their little third down shit, the money down shit. They put the sign up. So I feel like that's theirs already too. So just leave it like that. It's they situation. We don't need to copy nobody, bro. Like it's Florida State, bro. Your program is your program. Y'all.
They say your boy came over with the bag though. Burns.
Brian Burns.
They say Brian Burns came over with the bag.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
I remember that now.
It's the thing though. Like it won't like I don't. It probably was him, but I don't think he came up with it because he came up with it. I think Taggart, because he's one of our captains. Taggart was like, "Man, I need to come up with something. Y'all need to come up with something." You feel me? That's what it was. He like, "I need to come up with something." Bro, I remember,
do something. You told him to do something, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I never forget one dude. I forgot who it was, bro. The fucking turnover celebration. Somebody wanted to fucking have a spear and spear the ground.
Spear the
ground.
Yes, bro.
That's all right.
That would have, that one. Yeah,
we got 15 yards out the with that.
I feel like
Willie told the captain to do something.
But yeah, like they were like, y'all need to come up with something on defense, bro. Something like that. And I think they called it the swag bag, something like that, or something like that. But I ain't too much really. I don't know. I ain't know how I feel about it. That's why if you see me when I got that pick 6 versus Sanford, I was just somebody put it on my back because I was like, I ain't really too much tripping about it.
And the Sanford.
But I was like, bro, that's what I'm saying.
That was the game. That was like the game in the pick 6 too, bro.
I was like, I don't care about it.
Yeah, that pick 6 was fucking important, man.
But I feel like if we was the first ones to come up with the backpack, it would have been lit.
It's right. But that was I agree because I thought that was the thing. You saw Pitt make a chain, and then you had UNLV had a slot machine, and,
man,
and people had a pencil, and I'm like, bro,
the bag was never gonna hit, man. I'm sorry, bro. The bag just wasn't a good idea.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie though. It would have hit if we was winning, and then they actually had like some counterfeit money in there or something.
Fights with Stanford and shit, pulling out the damn bag.
Yeah, that's what Russ
going to that second year, man. We got the home open against Boise, right?
Right.
Probably the hottest damn game I've been to at Doak Campbell Stadium, man. That shit was steaming hot. Long story short, man, we in a dog fight with Boise State. They fumbled the ball on the 10 or so. It's you and DJ there on the fumble. You about to scoop up. The fumble. DJ diving. No, sorry. You about to dive on the fumble.
Y'all dove on it. He tried to scoop that bitch.
He tried to go 95 yards with it. So let's tell the whole story about that situation.
So that's how I look at it, right?
Good times.
They already damn near just scored, but in scoring mode. So why try to scoop it up and score anyway? You're not gonna score. That's my dog, but you ain't gonna score, bro. And first of all, they about to score and put points up anyway. So my point was just jump on the ball. So now it take away nothing. We got the ball in our possession and everything. You feel me? You see the ball, you just want to hop on it. So soon I jumped on it, he's tried to scoop it, and now we both lose the ball, and they ass recovered the shit. Man, I remember when that shit happened, I was just like, what in the world? Like, like, come on, bro.
And then the picture, like the picture's gonna be forever immortalized. It's literally like y'all two by the ball.
Come on, bro. Like, especially with me, bro. I think so highly of myself and set myself at a certain standard. Like, bro, that shit can't be happening to me, bro. Like, for real. That's how I put. Like, bro, I'm already jumping on the ball. Like that's what I
play
love
over,
football, bro. You can't try to you gotta take the plays that come to you. Bro.
That come to you, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't just try to make it, bro. You feel me? You probably would have scooped it and got some yards, but I'm already jumping on the ball. You feel me? So it's like it's like a bang bang play. You feel me? That shit is crazy, bro.
Do you feel like that kind of set the tone for that whole season?
Nah, I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel like that set the tone. I feel like us going up and them coming back probably did though. Cause we
We
was
was up
up
big
and
at halftime.
Yeah, y'all jumped out. Yeah, they had them. They had them white
And
defensive
then,
backs out there.
like I said, it
oh
was
yeah,
real human out there. And when the game went on, man, Boise State like the more in shape team than Florida State.
right. But it's the thing though. This is why I was really mad too. If people don't know, when they travel expenses when they traveled, bro, they got stuck, bro. They went to Jacksonville,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They drove
They
from
went out there. They
Jacksonville
went
to
out their way to
Tally.
make this shit
Because the
happen.
game was supposed to be in Jacksonville.
They supposed to
Hurricane.
be- yeah,
Right.
Hurricane, right? So I think they was already there or something like that, and they drove to Tally, bro. So you know
Yeah.
the whole week people saying and coaches, oh yeah, they ain't gonna take this here. They gotta travel here. Oh yeah, you feel me? So now
Everybody got to
everybody
play in the
building more
same damn
confidence,
heat.
right? Yeah, people building more confidence. So they come out there, we jump up on them. Second half, boy, they start just playing. It's momentum shift. You feel me? And after the game,
Yep.
it's just like I'm one of them type of dudes, bro. After the game, I start thinking about the whole week, what was said, and all this shit. And I'm like, bro, they just said these people was gonna be this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of player I am, bro. I like
Right.
when bad shit happen, I gotta laugh at it all, bro. I'm one of them type of person. I'm gonna let that shit eat me up, and I'm gonna be mad. Like, I'm just like I'm gonna get over it, but it's like,
Right.
bro, we
Right.
can't be letting this shit happen, bro. We becoming memes every week.
And then
That
talk
was
about Willie
crazy.
Taggart coming that following press conference,
The water
trolling the
bottle.
situation with water bottles.
Well, did not.
You know,
In
go
all
out there.
fairness, now Levante did say he didn't drink his water like he's supposed to.
Right.
He
Right.
did
So
mention that.
wait, he said I ain't drink my water.
Yeah, you say
Yeah,
you
you
ain't like
said
Tiger.
no. You said you ain't drink your water.
Oh, I thought you said he told me, but nah, I mean out there though it was hot. It was hot, and to mention too, I don't know why, but they wanted to put everybody on the field. They moved me to fucking safety. You feel me? So I had to do a lot of more moving around and adjusting to different stuff. Um, plus on special teams and all that.
Well, I tell
But
you, do you think? And I don't even mean to cut you off. And
right.
we talk about X player, this player. Do you think if with your talents, if you went elsewhere and went to a place where you could have been developed a little bit more, things would have turned out differently?
Yeah, I used to think about it, but I don't think about it now because it's already in the past, and I can't do nothing but go out here and just keep putting that work in. You feel me? Because now I got daughters to look after. You feel me? I got family members and other players who in the league who respect me as a player. You feel me? And know I'm still one of them guys. So, but yeah, I do think about. I had conversations all the time, bro, with Derwin and Calvin and all them. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish I'd have went so and so or did this or transfer like I said I was going to. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
when I think about it too, I'm like, no, I'm kind of glad I didn't because that shit really made a man out of me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all because like just going through there, doing my thing, having so much hype, and then having a decline with the program and not going drafted when I already had draft grades out the world and everything. That shit make a man out of you. I was already humble as a player. Like people probably think I talk shit, but I really talk shit because people talk shit to me. Cause I'm really quiet until you start talking shit. Then I'm gonna show you I can back that shit up. You feel me? So I always been humble. So when everything was happening, I already was humble already. You feel me? And I'm still doing my thing, what I do every day. But yeah, I do think about I should have went to this program because if I went to this program, this would have happened. And I started thinking about Ohio State and all this shit, but they had all them damn DNs rushing. Come on, any corner can eat out there. I ain't gonna lie
Man,
to you. I
that's
started thinking,
Right.
you feel me? So I'm like, man, I started thinking about it, but I was like, I ain't finna think about it no more, bro, because all I can do is just grind, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's what make a man out of you. You feel
You
me?
just learn, man. Hard times make
Nah,
hard people,
facts.
tough times, whatever. Yeah. So it
Yeah,
gives you an opportunity to tool up for the rest of your life because I was having a conversation yesterday and I was talking to a young man. I said, bro, my life ain't nothing like I originally envisioned it. But you take that and then you try to reshape that, how the rest of it goes. So, you
right.
know, you can't sit around and dwell on the what didn't happen. Um, you got to focus on what can happen from henceforth. So it's
Yeah,
good to hear you took that type of mindset.
And that
yeah,
kind of
facts.
bodes well to what you're doing now. You know, looking back, you was the best corner in the USFL this year, man. You put up
Right,
some really big numbers and locked down a lot of receivers. So I guess it's that process of going on the situation you went through at Florida State, going undrafted, and just building back, and staying at it to get where
right,
you're at right now to today.
right.
Um,
So Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Real quick before you get into that, as you went undrafted, did you sign a undrafted deal?
Right. So when I got undrafted, I'm gonna tell you about that story too. So I ended up going with the Rams. When I signed with the Rams, that's when they had all the COVID protocols and stuff. And for people that don't know, the Rams don't have their own like facility. They on somebody campus, so everything was like outside already, which was a good thing too. And then we never really got to practice or nothing because COVID. And around that time, that's when COVID first hit. The only thing they knew about COVID was if you had antibodies, whatever, it was a good thing. Now you might be on the safe side. So I never got to practice nothing like that. All we did was literally just watch film and write down notes, try to learn the defensive playbook as fast as we could, and we had like little regular workouts. So I never really got to like go out and prove myself to go out there and compete versus guys like Cooper Kupp that was there. And all those other players that was there, and to actually make plays. And Jalen already see me make plays, and it'd be more hype because I'm just Florida State, and that's big bro and little bro. You know what I'm saying? And try to gain that respect from Aaron Donald and everybody. You feel me? I'm like one of those players. When I make plays, it's like splash plays, so it make people like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And Sean McVay knew me everything, but then what happened was they came up with that new rule where you could sign vets to the practice squad. So that changed the whole thing. So they ended up, like the last little couple weeks of the final thing, they ended up replacing me with a vet safety who I knew the playbook and that was already on special teams for me. And that was with me not even like showing what I can do or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I took the USFL thing so serious. I just wanted to put as much good film as I could. You feel me? And do my thing. So that was one of those things because like I just want to be able to go to camp and really show what I can do.
I want to ask you, man. Throughout your time where you going through the downside of your last years at Florida State with Tag, you calling pops, you calling your support system. What are your support systems saying to you at that time?
Right. So my mom, like my mom had me at 16. That's my mom, like my best friend too. You know what I'm saying? And like my mom, not one of those females who gonna really like baby you up. Like my mom keep it real. You know what I'm saying? She told me, like I'm all the time like, damn. You know what she told me? I told you I should have transferred. She told me, told you should have did this and left. Like she went on. I told your ass then. Now your ass you gotta live with it. She told me. But she always support me and she keep it real at all times. Like even the times when I was having good seasons, the good season for State, oh no, you gotta do better than that. Like she tell me. And my dad too. My dad be busy like training other kids because he got other teams too, but he still watch me play. But my relationship started to grow. I always had a great relationship with my mom, but I started forming more of a relationship with my mom. Just like because like with my dad, it was on and off a lot. Because like I said, like I really ain't like the training stuff sometimes. So we used to bump heads on that with my mom, but. So yeah, like man, my support system was good. My stepfather, who's my mom's husband right now, he's a great mentor for me as well because he actually got a chance to play with the Cowboys and stuff. Had a short stint. Now he does dog work with bullies, moving trucks, stuff like that. He's successful, but my mom started telling me, "Oh, maybe you need to go do this or do that." And he a businessman, so he's like, "Man, you got other ways you can make money from football." Like, no, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm a football player. You feel me? Like, you feel? That's when I start like, all right, like, because when I went to the USFL, bro, mind you, I be working out and stuff. I don't really post my workouts no more like that. I be grinding, like, you know what I'm saying? So my mom was like, "You think you still got it? You still can play ball?" Like, come on, man, you trying me right now, man. Like for real, like for real, like what? So that's why I took the approach, going to the USFL, man, and going crazy. Like, did my thing out there, bro. Like for real.
What an opportunity for so many players, and I know it's worked well for some guys.
Right.
Have you been getting like contacted from some of the teams
Right.
from your performance?
Yeah. So I had a conversation with the Steelers. It was the Rams, the Browns, the Seahawks, and then who else was it? The Cowboys.
Okay.
And that was all from just right before the 4th. A lot of people on vacation, they getting back in the office right now. So I'm
Nice.
hoping
Okay.
to hear something soon, to try to get into one of these camps or something like that, and try to do my thing, bro. Because I feel like I'm one of those players. Like if I go into a camp, I feel like I want to make the team. To be honest with y'all, in the most humble way I can say it, because I feel like you just can't deny greatness, bro. Like
Yeah.
I ain't played. I always been working out. I've been staying in shape every time, but I haven't played tackle football really in like 2 years. You feel me? And I go out here and still do my thing.
Right.
Even with USFL, we didn't tackle and practice, no nothing. I didn't miss a step. You feel me? Plus, like I feel like me having time off just healed my body, bro. Because I know, like leaving Florida State, I left with an L5 stress fracture in my back going into my junior year. You feel me? So my body healed up all the way. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, bro. I just played like damn near another sophomore season I had at Florida State in the USFL versus better competition. People who've been in the league before and trying to get back in the league with great quarterback competition as well too. So yeah.
No doubt, man.
That's a bet, Vontae, man. The conversation definitely been dope, bro. Like I said, I've been wanting to get you on and have this convo. Appreciate you coming to hang with us, bro, for sure.
Yes. Hey, Florida State gonna win it all this year, boy.
Tell them,
Y'all
dog.
know.
Don't
Tell
start
them,
on your
dog.
line, man. You
Tell
lying
them,
like
dog.
that,
Them boys
bro.
coming, bro. Tell them.
Yeah, win it all. Hey,
Them
week
boys
one.
coming.
Hey,
LSU
week one,
finna bite you in the ass one more time.
I'm trying to take week one, man. Walking down on that thing, week one, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Even if LSU do win, I don't see us.
Even
losing
if
no
they already got the
games,
even
bro.
ifs lined up, man.
No, I'm just saying
Then you
because
run
I
the
know
table, and then okay, I got you.
I'm just
Run the
saying, I know how
table,
it go.
make the playoffs.
We just embarrassed them in their hometown. Really, week one. You feel me? So they probably be more
Came
hungry.
and
I
took
don't
that shit
know.
over, man. We paid that motherfucking shit garden and gold, Vontae.
I ain't finna lie to y'all, man. I got
definitely
greenbacks lined up for week one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all want to
Man,
line
I
the
ain't gonna lie.
greenbacks up? Don't ask me to bet
Bro.
Florida yet. I know that's y'all next move, so I'm gonna go ahead and bet that. We'll bet
I
that
feel like
later.
it's probably gonna be good.
I got
The
week
whole
one
team
greenbacks.
come back. The whole team come back.
Yeah.
The coaches they got good coaching now.
Hey, listen, all y'all got to do is handle expectations. That's it. If y'all can handle expectations, you can have a great year.
That's an X factor now, man. Now you ain't coming in as you know what I'm saying?
The underdogs, the team that been looking silly and all that. That's over with.
Right.
So yeah.
Now you the target.
How do you handle being hunted?
Tell me, we back at our
Man.
Florida State.
The
We're gonna do it big.
natural order of things, baby.
That's what's up, man.
The natural order of things. We back home.
Hey, Vontae, if you free, pull up, man. Them boys having a fire tailgate out there in Orlando, man. So if you ain't doing nothing for that week one game, definitely pull up and check them boys out.
I'm definitely trying to pull up, bro. Cause I really feel like we're gonna do something for real. Like I can see it. It look good. It look good, right? It look good. It look great right now.
Yeah.
Sound good. It sound good.
Yeah. Team coming back. Hey, we got a team coming back. We got a quarterback who's been in the system for years. You can't ask for nothing better.
Like a decade.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. From wide receiver.
The thing about it though, when I was at Florida
14.
State, the plays he making though, he was making those in practice though. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
so
gonna lie to you.
Willie developed that boy, huh?
Probably so.
It wouldn't let that boy throw the ball, man. Only time that came in was the run back then.
Yeah, I feel like
Taggart.
I feel like Taggart a good coach, bro. I just feel like it just didn't work at Florida State. But y'all also got
that's a wild take. It didn't work at FAU either, so it's a wild take.
I mean, but what you got to look at too, though, the offensive coordinator we had, he went to where he went to? School he went to. Yeah, they didn't lost every game.
Oh, he was terrible.
They did. Then they fired him.
Yeah, you feel me? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, going into that spring ball, me being that corner, I was kind of skeptical. Like, why are receivers only like down there 2 yards, down there out of bounds though? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I can easily just jam you out of bounds and you dead for the play.
Right.
And I didn't. Bro, I'm not no fan of that hurry up offense shit either. Like me being on defense on my team, you feel me? Because we won't get in first down. So now we back on defense right away. Gas.
Hey, that was some of the biggest gripes you had back then.
That's the key, bro. When you going
situational football too.
Yeah, situational football. When you going full speed, let's get a couple first downs, bro. Because we just got off the field.
If it ain't working, you got to scale back.
But Vontae, one last thing before I get you out of here. I want to talk about Cam, man, because I want to give Cam some fucking flowers, man. Because people don't realize Cam played against the worst offensive lines in FSU history. Everybody knew Cam was getting the ball in that situation. The offensive play calling was suspect as it is. And
Right.
Cam still was a baller. He never really complained anything about that. Man, let's talk about Cam Akers for a second. I want to give Cam some flowers because I feel like if Cam had a halfway decent offensive line, he's already, in FSU record books as far as, one of the better running backs. I think he would be
Right.
in even higher regarded with a decent offensive line.
Yeah, so Cam, bro, he a hard worker. He a real workhorse, bro. Man, like I think my last couple years at Florida State, bro, our O-line was like terrible, bro. Like it was bad, bro. But the thing about it was too, when Francois was there too, it was kind of bad too. But we was getting away with the wins because he getting the ball out fast. He was getting hit a lot, bro. Think about it. People was talking about Francois
Yeah, for sure.
because he can take a hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that ain't the rep you want as a quarterback.
right.
Or boxing. He can hit, but
tough chin.
Francois was a good quarterback though. He one of the best quarterbacks I played with. He can really throw the ball, but I feel like with Jimbo leaving, it's just Jimbo a quarterback coach, bro. Like he gonna teach you the game. So I feel like after that Jimbo left, he didn't get developed how he wanted to, and just they choose between different quarterbacks now. When you're in a losing season, they trying to find any little thing to do now. Oh, he did miss a piece. Let's try him right here. This was going on. Then that's when the blame game start going on. So you don't look bad. But Cam Akers, bro, he deserved his flowers, bro. He did his thing. He was our offense. Like, and teams knew that shit. They started packing the box. We're gonna make y'all throw the ball now. You feel me? So, but yeah, he deserved his flowers, bro. And y'all see, shoot, when he tore his Achilles, whatever, he came back fast as hell.
Yeah.
And played in the playoffs, bro. Like that just showed the hard work right there, man. But I'm hoping he go crazy right now with the Rams. I feel like they were trying him during the season, talking about trying to trade him and shit. But,
yeah, he bounced back well, man.
Yeah, shit. Cam actually won
Cam,
another shot. He actually won my damn fantasy football league. I was playing till the end of the season. Yeah, bro. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate the conversation for sure.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you for keeping it real and kicking it with us, man.
All right, bro. Good luck to him. Hopefully, you get a phone call pretty soon, man. I think it's well deserved.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Take care. Man.
All right, look.
One time.
Well, that's the show, guys.
Right.
I think y'all need nothing else, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Good stuff, man. Awesome conversation, man.
I feel like Levante be a good one, man. Being, former #1 corner in the country. Made some plays for FSU. Like I said, sophomore year, he was one of the better cornerbacks, and we felt like he was going to be, take that next step and be one of those guys, and it just didn't work out with the whole situation at hand.
Yeah, that's why, I was skeptical about adding those new leagues. I didn't know how beneficial they would be. But, be honest with you, man, a lot of guys have gotten another shot just because of it, man. Yeah, just getting one more look.
Yeah, he made a good point, bro. A very good point. His that year when he went to the Rams, it was a cold year.
It was bad timing.
Bad timing, bro.
You had veterans that had to, it got them jacked up just because of not having the ability to, go out there and show and prove like they normally would.
Right. Yeah.
So imagine being a guy with no stripes yet in this league. Like he said, it's just going to be a bit easier decision for now, at least.
Yeah, you can't even
maybe we'll come back to you, but today, this is just the smart decision today. So,
100%.
yeah. People forget about how that affected the game in general, man. I was in line the other day.
COVID year is gonna be the new. Remember when we was kids and say my coach, the reason I ain't go pro. Type shit.
Yeah. I ain't go pro because of COVID.
That COVID year fucked me up, man.
I was in the Trap Music Museum looking around like, damn, what happened to COVID, dog? Remember we couldn't do none of this shit?
Yeah.
It felt great. It felt great to just be like, man, no mask and just out with the people, man. That was an awesome feeling.
You get to see the talent face.
Yeah.
Oof.
It was one chick. It's so funny you said I ain't gonna go on no tangent. I saw this one chick.
Go ahead, bro.
In the liquor store one day, and them fucking eyes was so gorgeous. I just wanted that mask off. I was like, I just want to see what the rest of us hitting on. Yeah, man. I still remember this chick. Probably. Man, them eyes was killer. I'll never forget you, ma'am. If you're listening, email me.
One time for the great folks at takeavaycay.com. Be sure to visit takeavaycay.com. Use coupon code ROLLUP at checkout for 20% off of all vapes. They have vapes in the flavors of cherry pie, bubblegum OG, Blue Dream, and Straw Nana. And they also have gummies in the flavors of blue raspberry, kiwi, watermelon, and pomegranate. If you can't take THC and got to pass drug test and you want to take something that may, help you wind down at bedtime, they have a sleepy gummy, natural botanicals of ashwagandha, lemon balm, and melatonin. Again, coupon code roll up at checkout, 20% off. Everything's federally legal to your mailbox. No jump out boys pulling up on you.
At least
Big three talk, man. Big three talk, man. I had a great time, man. We'll get it if we have time. I don't want to do no more media day stuff because we running long as hell right now. Put it in reverse. Terry Day was big for Florida State. You want to kick it off with some Florida State talk, CJ?
Yeah, we'll jump it off. We'll jump
And
it
I'll
off.
BRB.
Yeah, so like I say, I said the last show that the 4th of July could have some fireworks, and FSU got it started with Elijah Moore, the 4-star receiver out of the Maryland area. Shout out to the DMV. We'll just have Levante on that DC, Virginia, that Maryland area, some players out there. Beat out Ohio State for Moore's commitment. I like this kid a lot. 4-star, 6'4", 290 pounds. Big time playmaker, long big catch radius, physical guy. He has it's a highlight run on the side on the timeline, from a 707 clip where he caught a one-handed catch over a corner. They didn't have a shot at getting the ball at all. Palmed the ball, wasn't any shuffling with anything like that, man. So big hands. Kid is a playmaker. I like this kid a lot. I really like this kid a lot. I think he's underrated. Pretty sure he'll jump a little rankings a little bit because 247. The composite has him a 4. He's a 3 on the 247 rankings. I think they should update his rankings pretty soon. Probably after his senior season, whatever it may be. But regardless, even if it doesn't update, I think we all watch film. I think Elijah Moore is one of those type of guys. He's a big time playmaker. And we also got a commitment for Rydarius Morgan, a 3-star safety out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Beat out the Miami Hurricanes and the Auburn Tigers for his commitment. I like Red a lot. 6 foot, he's on the slender side, like 175, but he's a really physical kid. Fast flow runs to the ball, gets to the football in a hurry. One of those guys that's a missile on the field, man. Plays really fast. So we got those guys in the fold. So it's pretty good.
Is the Miami side counting this as a whiff or
See, I don't know, but some of them, they need to get their damn lives together, man, because some people saying it was a whiff, this, that, another. Like, for instance, Gabby was all in on this guy. Like, you hear all in on a lot of guys. He was all in on this guy saying, Miami's pretty high on him, this, that, and the other. The defensive coordinator was his lead recruiter. They felt pretty good coming out to visit, and he was a guy that was really high on Miami's board as far as his safety board. I know for a fact Auburn didn't want him, but you got some people on the timeline saying, he wasn't a take for Miami, this, that, and another. I guess they was waiting for Patterson. That's the only safety left that they'll take after they took the Matt kid or whatnot from St. Thomas. I don't know, but from people, and I guess Larion can answer this too. He could get an opinion on it. But I've been hearing mixed reviews. Some people say he was high on Miami's board. He was absolutely a take. Other people were saying Miami liked him, but they were slow playing him a little bit. And I know Miami did have the last official visit for him. He officially visited.
Oh, yeah, y'all dead ass serious if y'all sending out OVs now.
No, I wasn't going for that take. I think he was a guy that was a bit of a late riser on our board, but I think he was a take. I wouldn't try to play him like, he wasn't a take or we were slow playing him, because you got to remember, we could possibly lose both of our starting safeties this year.
Yeah.
So we got to bring in a few numbers, period. Like the Pruitt kid, we're not playing at safety. So, I don't buy it. It was just all about Patterson because we got to throw a few numbers at safety regardless. We got Isaiah Thomas. Shout out to him. He did get his 4-star from Rivals. I want to shoot him. Shout out real quick to that. He was one of my guys, too, actually, that I had on the list that I thought could rise up.
He's a 4-star just on Rivals or on the composites? Where we at with it?
Well, he got his 4th on Rivals. I don't know what his new composite is. I just know Rivals gave him his 4th, so I had to, see if it pushed him up enough or whatever.
Shout out to that boy, man.
But I won't go with that. I think he was a guy that they were observing, liked, and then I think they they would turn the pressure up more. I think a little bit later. So I wouldn't try to play it like, nah, he wasn't no take. Nah. I think he was a take and a good player.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you watch his film, he's a ball player. So that was 2 commits for the 4th. I think what brings the total to 4 for July. We got a couple announcements coming this weekend, July the 15th. Jonathan Daniels, the top 100 4-star composite offensive tackle out of Pensacola Pine Forest. He'll be announcing his commitment. He did announce a top 3 on the 4th as well with FSU, Georgia, and Kentucky. I like FSU here. Being like an FSU here for a while, I think his official visit pretty much sealed things up with that. So it could be some good news for FSU on July the 15th. 4-star running back, top 200 player, Mekhi Danzey out of Florida High. He announced he'll be committing on July the 15th as well. Another guy that's been FSU multiple times took his official visit over the summer as well. Explosive, one of the fastest guys in the country. He had the second fastest 400 for a high school prep guy this past track season. So big time speed guy. And lastly, for July 15th, 3-star defensive back out of Palm Beach Cardinal Newman's Kevin Levy. He will be announcing his commitment as well. So it could be a pretty interesting. I think I like FSU here. From things I've been hearing, I think FSU could get some good news here as well. So it could be an interesting week, another interesting weekend as well for FSU this upcoming Saturday. We'll see how that works out. I know on the last show I said I like FSU to have 7 commits for the month of July. We have 4 right now, so we'll in good position. We'll see if that holds true. And Charles Lester, he announces at the end of the month as well. So this weekend could be pretty interesting for FSU. That's all I got for us on that end.
Who y'all whipped on or put it in?
Oh yeah, we whipped on the 4th. So I think we only whipped on one person on the 4th of July, and that was Kylan Fox, and that's pretty much been a trend for the last couple of weeks with him. The 4-star receiver, forgot the kid's name just that quick, man. That's what
he don't matter no more.
Yeah, once they move on.
That's how I treat him.
The 4-star receiver out of St. Thomas Aquinas. God dang it, man! I've been talked about the kid. I'll look it up real quick.
STA.
It's what Nebraska.
Missouri.
Oh no, that was
what did he commit? No, somebody. Missouri. What did he commit?
Missouri.
Yeah. Missouri.
Same thing.
Same thing. Right? Yeah, James Madison the second, 4-star receiver at St. Thomas Aquinas, ended up committed to Mizzou. I said on last show, I feel like we only had one spot for a receiver of that stature, bigger receiver that we want to hold out for. In that spot with Elijah Moore, I think the staff liked Elijah Moore a little better on their board. I think if FSU had the space, I really think that Madison would be a no. He is from Missouri as well originally, so that home state kid. So that's the reason. But people was asking, how's Missouri in his recruitment and stuff like that. He's from Missouri and has ties to the state. So I think if FSU had space, it would have probably been a no. But we only had one spot available for that type of receiver left. I'm not going to say left because it's a couple guys. That's one to segue to as well. It's a couple guys that FSU are holding spots out. There's 3 guys actually. The 2 teammates, JoJo Trader and Jeremiah Swift. Yeah, my bad. Jeremiah Smith down there at Chaminade. Those are 2 guys that FSU are definitely holding spots for. And the last one that they are holding spots for, he just committed to Texas A&M. I was a shocker as well. From Phoenix City, Alabama, he's the teammate of Rodarius Morgan, Cameron Coleman. We thought it was going to be an Auburn lean at one point in time, but he went ahead and popped to Texas A&M. That's a guy they're going to continue to recruit throughout the entire season. Texas A&M and how the quarterback and receiver has looked, under Jimbo the last couple of years. They could be losing this, that, and other. I think that's a guy that isn't 100% in the boat, to be honest with you. So it's 3 receivers currently that FSU is going to recruit to the end. That's Cameron Coleman, JoJo Trader, and Jeremiah Smith. Those are the 3 guys that is going to recruit regardless because, they're that type of player, right? Those elite type of kids. Other than that, they're done at the receiver position, and that's the reason why I feel like James Madison ended up choosing Mizzou over FSU. So I won't call that one a whiff. I will call Kylan Fox a whiff because FSU definitely wanted his commitment 100%.
How you because I seen a little bit. I don't really be timeline heavy, But I have seen a little bit where some people maybe not pissed off per se, but a few maybe a little disgruntled with y'all recruiting coming off of last year, having a good year. How you feel just in general about where y'all sitting right now?
No, I'm cool because I feel like now it's been some wills. Like for instance, the couple offensive linemen that chose USC, Kylan Fox, maybe another one offhand I'm really thinking about. But those are some of the wills that stood out to people, right? And I get it. I guess it's just not. I think FSU they was in position for a lot of good kids that just didn't go the way, and they feel like it could have been top 5-ish if those commitments would have went our way. That's probably why they're feeling a little bullish on certain things. I know it's a lot left in July. I feel like the commits that we will possibly get in July, that'll put us in the top 10, 9-ish or so. But the staff, not necessarily the staff, the fans, we just wanted that. They were wanting that in June, rather, at that point in time, just that how can I put this, that perfect class, so to speak, in regards to everything going right at FSU, not missing on anybody. So, but yeah, I understand this concern on a couple positions in the Wills, but especially defense tackle. That's something we've been talking about for a long. It's just the lack of the defensive tackle board, the defensive line board in general. But we got a commitment to D.D. Holmes, the 4-star defensive end out of Washington D.C., who I like a lot. But I don't know, man. I think the kids we do got in the kids that's on board, rather, it could be top 10-ish probably going into August if everything holds true how it should be. So that's okay. But there's some wills for sure that we're concerning. But overall, I'm cool with it. No problem at all. If they can close on some of the guys down the stretch, that there's going to be some December type of guys, then we'll see exactly what's what with the class and what the complaints could be, what the concerns could be, rather, what the concerns could be pointed to.
Yeah, I think my take on just where y'all at, I think y'all kind of in a similar position as us. Is you did it, had a pretty good year. The knock was, y'all didn't beat any ranked teams, but y'all was in most of them games too, even though you lost them.
Yeah,
I think y'all could
win one touchdown.
Right, like I think y'all will be. You may end up still being players with some of these kids if you show them a little more, like do it again kind of thing. Like if y'all go out there and have another,
I don't think it's about the winning right now. I don't think it's about the winning. I think that's just. Could he become a better recruiter? Yeah, but I just think Mike's just not a killer like that on the trail. I think offensively they seem to be doing better than defense. I think the offensive class is holding up that class right now. Could he find somebody at least as good as him on the defensive side of the ball? I think that just steps their recruiting up a notch. I don't think the offensive side of the ball is lacking. But on the defensive side of the ball, there's a lot of holes. You got guys like Randy Shannon, and also no disrespect to Odell, but Odell, people don't think he can still keep up. Right. So they may have some guys on the defensive side of the ball that they can upgrade. To elevate their whole recruiting efforts. But right now, I think offense is holding up their end of the bargain and holding the class together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because who's your man? Atkins. And, everybody feels like he's a great recruiter. I mean, he's a guy name I keep obviously hearing in these recruitments. But then the issue, you got to – he's definitely a guy that's on some boards, too, that may end up, after this year, could be moving on. So, yeah, he may just have to – I agree, you could just need to tool up that recruiting from as a staff in general. But
well, that's one position I never worry about as long as he's the head – well, not the head coach, as long as he's the offensive line coach. Miss on some guys for sure, but you got a couple, like I say, Jonathan Daniels probably going to end up coming in this weekend. Really good track record of just flipping that damn room. We just talked about how Cam Akers had to run through the worst damn lines, in FSU history in a few short years. He's turned that into a pretty respectable room. Now, defensively is definitely some concerns, but I know the defensive recruiting is starting to pick up a little bit as far as the commitments. But yeah, it's certain positions for sure that needs to be better. That I would like to see better.
No doubt.
Who's your competition with Kevin Levy or Levy? However you say it. I say Levy, you say Levy.
I think right now Louisville wants them pretty hard, wants them pretty bad. I don't want to say pretty hard. They want them pretty bad. I'm not sure about anybody else that's in there with Levy. But yeah, Louisville is definitely a school that wants them. They're pitching that, hey, you could pretty much be, your top 2 on our board as far as cornerback position. You could be one of those guys versus FSU is taking this corner, that corner. They're in there for a lot of other corners. So So yeah, Louisville is a team that I think is in its recruitment as well.
Last question.
You think y'all land him?
Yeah, I was pointing out. I think we'll land. I think we do have a spot for him. I think we'll land him.
Last question for me. I know we want to move on. Lester, you still feeling real confident in that? Like, who's number 2? Nobody. It ain't nothing to worry about. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. Maybe Alabama, Georgia. I don't know, but yeah. To be honest with you, I think Lester
pretty much done.
Yeah, he been in the league for a while.
Okay,
he been in the league for a while.
I ain't heard nothing. I was just curious. That was real curiosity.
No, I still feel good about Lester for sure. He announces like the end of the month or something like that. Of course, we have some more shows in between then, so if anything changes, we'll definitely have an update on it. But as of now, I feel pretty good about Charles Lester.
You feel good enough to drive out there like I did, or no?
No, I ain't no driving. I ain't gonna drive out there.
Boy, look at here. Man, I gave a Tiger Woods fist pump when I found out. So he done drove that too. Yes.
That's nasty work, man.
That was crazy. That was a crazy night. Oh, man. You want to go next, Silk? Cause I can go. Don't matter. I ain't got too much.
Yeah. Mine's short and quick, man. One time for the great folks at State Farm, Alan Horne Insurance.com. Be sure to give them a call at 706-692-2888 or visit them at AlanHorneInsurance.com. Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. If you need home, auto, life insurance in any of those states, hit my guy Alan up. And be sure to take care of you, man. Shout out to Alan too for, you know what I'm saying, making sure we was all good and taken care of for the media day up in Atlanta, man. Good folks. I got a quick one, man. I don't have a whole lot. Didn't get any commits. Nothing on 4th of July. We've been vibing. Just want to update the people on a few recruits. John Denson Jr., Jet Denson, the defensive back out of Rhode Island, that Miami was also recruiting. We were recruiting. I spoke about him a few shows ago, and I said that he needed to work out again for a committable offer. He was supposed to come back. I reported that he was going to come back, but he never showed back up, never worked out again. So he couldn't commit to us, but he made a decision to Michigan State this past week. So shout out to Mel and the boys for getting a good one. I think he's a ball player. I still stand beside that. Kevin Levy is another guy that's supposed to came back and worked out for Corey Raymond. Certain guys he just wanted to work out, you know, to figure out his board. He wanted to see him work out in person. Levy didn't work out neither. So you see where it's at. It's Florida State, Louisville. I do think if he had a committable offer, we'd be in the mix there. But I like Levy a lot as well. I think he's going to be real good. I think he could play on either side of the ball. I do like him better as a defensive back. Decisions that's coming up. Fletcher Westpaw decides tomorrow. 4-star offensive tackle out of Leesburg, Virginia. His recruitment is down to us and Clemson, I believe. I think we land this kid tomorrow. I've been speaking about, you know, us and the possibility of adding a 4-star offensive tackle to this bunch. And I think this is our shot at it, and I think we land this kid. We'll see where we at with the Jordan Seaton kid that's at IMG. I like where we're at in his recruitment as well. I don't think we leave, but didn't think we led for Fletcher neither. Before yesterday, I started getting some information that we may be landing him. We'll see tomorrow, though. So he decides tomorrow. Another decision that's coming up soon is Jalen Crawford. Defensive back, I think, is leaning towards, I think it's an Auburn-LSU battle. I don't know how high we are regarding in his recruiting. He's from LeBron, Georgia, Parkview. He took 3 official visits. It was us, Auburn, and LSU. But I think it's an Auburn-LSU battle. Haven't been hearing a lot about him as far as our defensive backboard. So we'll see how it all plays out. But he decides soon. I think this coming week. I don't have an exact date, but he's going to decide soon. The barbecue is on the way as well. I spoke with my man Miles Graham, the linebacker commit, at the media day event, and we talked a little bit behind the scenes about some recruiting, the cookout, you know, the group chat. Who's in that group chat? What's the vibes like, man? He seemed to think there's going to be a few commits on the cookout day. We'll see. I have Teddy Foster, the 3-star defensive back out of Sarasota, Florida. I have him on commit watch for that day for sure. His final 3 that he announced this week was Miami, North Carolina, and Florida. His sister just graduated from the University of Florida. Out of those three, North Carolina was the first one to offer. We came in. I know Miami was trying to get, like I spoke a few weeks ago, they was trying to get him on campus. Hasn't done that yet. We'll see if it happens. But right now, I think we leave for Teddy, and I think we land him on that day. We'll see what happens. Another big one that's going to be there for the cookout is DJ Pickett from the 2025 class, the number 1 ranked safety. He can play on both sides of the ball as well. He'll be in town. I think his decision is going to go down the road a little bit. This is not going to be a quick one, but good for the staff getting him on campus. We can start working on that 2025 class early. A linebacker that's going to be there as well is 2025 Riley Pettyjohn. He's from Texas, so he's teammates with our safety commit Xavier Fisami. And also it's going to be called Grill in the Ville Cookout. Shout out to Shannon and them boys, man. They're going to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Cooking like CJ and his neighbor.
Oh, yeah, man.
They're going to collab a little bit.
That's crazy. I like it, man.
We'll see what happens, man. That's all I got right now, man. That's all I got. Another a top 100 prospect from the 2025 class, Michael Fasasi. He'll be in town August 27th, right after the dead period. That's all I got, man. We made a stadium announcement. They're going to upgrade the place with $400 million. So we got to flex some money, make it rain a little bit.
$400 million?
Yeah, they're going to drop $400 million in that thing. See if we can make it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man, I like to see that. I've never been to the swamp. So we got to get me in the swamp. No, I've never been. That was one of my goals this season. I like to get in the swamp.
Question, what do y'all play at? What do y'all play at next year?
Who, us?
Yeah, y'all play not this upcoming, but next year, right?
I think it's Orlando again, right?
Oh, so
no, it's a home and home, ain't it?
It's home and home?
I think y'all got first.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Y'all bringing that funky shit into our town, man. We let y'all pull up. That's crazy. We do those
culture, man. Bringing some culture.
Man, we got to do like neutral sites with Miami, bro. We can't be bringing them folks in the game.
Yeah, we coming in there.
Y'all gonna wish y'all hadn't.
Why?
all this mid that Mario lining up. Y'all gotta bring all that shit. All the players in the 1,000, y'all gotta bust all that shit up in the swamp, man. We're gonna tear y'all ass up. Them quarterbacks ranked in the 4,000 that you think gonna go up in the rankings and shit. Y'all gotta bring all that shit to the swamp, man.
Don't do it like that, man. Why you do it like that? Be cordial, man.
Nah, y'all better figure something out on the recruiting trail. I tell you that, bro.
They won't be playing that year. Hopefully, if we doing good, we shouldn't have to play them. That's the goal. I'm trying to see that game real quick because I am curious. I'm pretty sure it's a home and home though.
It's home and home for sure.
It's a home and home. Okay. And who got first? I think it's y'all.
Y'all coming to Gainesville. Y'all coming to Gainesville.
That's right. Okay, y'all got first. Okay.
I was acting like I didn't know for you know what I'm saying, for funny purposes.
For content purposes. My man, you doing your thing. Pod. Sometimes you got the pod. Okay. All right, cool. Just a couple of notes. We had a couple of commitments.
Whew.
The fuck? Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck was that, CJ?
I forgot y'all did have some commitments, but I forgot all about that, man.
You talking about? What the fuck? Very disrespectful, man. Very disrespectful, man. I'm very respectful to your segment, man. See how you do me?
Hey, y'all, I got one request though. Before y'all make any more like commitments, right? Y'all need a new video. Dog doing the little thing, whatever he doing, that ain't it.
He do it 7 hours ahead of time too. I don't get it. I'm very confused with that. I don't understand why he drops it so early. I'm like, did you talk to him? Is the timing is usually way off, but
Manny's staff had more Twitter swag for sure.
For sure. Oh yeah. Definitely. Mario only used the same damn. Mario used the same gift every time. Santana Moss. That's the only one you use.
This cycle. This cycle, you gotta be tired of that shit. Last
yeah. Working the dog shit out of Santana, man. I'm like, man, we have other players too, coach. You get in that bag a little bit, man. But yeah, a couple of commitments. We spoke on the last show. I said I felt real good about the Marquise Lightfoot recruitment, and we were able to pull that off. He's the kid out of Kenwood Academy in Illinois. 4-star defensive end, 6'5", 220. Number 128 in the top 247. So he's a top 150 kid.
That's a good one. Good get.
Yeah, he like I said, I kind of like us with the city kids. You know, the Scott thing really slapped me across the face. But I still felt good with this kid. A lot of it seemed to come down, man. We got to credit Jason Taylor, and Taylor's got to continue to do his thing on this trail. But Jason Taylor definitely gets a lot of credit on this particular recruitment.
Taylor's he been getting killed, bro. He definitely had to win that one, boy.
I spoke to a recruit's. I'm not gonna go to no names, but I spoke to a recruit's guardian, I would say, about, you know what I'm saying, how did the Miami visit go? I just be curious. So I was like, how did the Miami visit go? They're like, the visit was great, you know, everything went smooth. Facilities aren't, you know, what everywhere else in the country, but they understand it's a private program that, you know, and there's not a lot of real estate to make, you know, the upgrades that Miami would need. So we were just talking about that, but he was like, only concern is like just Jason Taylor, you know what I'm saying, as far as, of course he played, but you know the question is like who has he put in the league, you know? Everybody that played the game great don't actually coach it great. So the inexperience is definitely a tool that other programs are using to negative.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would do that too if I was on the other side. Because this is his first on field at college. You know, he was the DC at St. Thomas Aquinas. I think he was the D-line coach before that. So, I mean, yeah, his coach career is younger. It's up to you if you want to roll the dice on him. And because it's just as many people as you're going to say, oh, I'm learning from a Hall of Famer, like they say with Deion. And I'm with you, like everybody that was great can't necessarily teach it. Because, you know, a lot of times their greatness lets them do things that you can't, you know, necessarily teach. So yeah, that's gonna, you know, not always, but that's gonna be a concern for some people. Some are gonna look at it as a highlight, you know, his positives, and that could be. I could definitely see that. So he gonna get his chance now, but I guess what you give him a lot of credit for though, because you know I remember you and I were both kind of skeptical about him even coming on staff. I thought that you know, they said the Dolphins wanted him at one point to come back and I think linebackers coach or something like that, whatever. And I kind of question, well, what's his passion for the game at this level? And I think that's been answered in general, that he does really have a lot of passion for the development of young players. So I think he'll fit in well here. And I think he'll get his chance. But, you know, it's going to take a little time. So Lightfoot's kind of in his frame, too. He's, you know, that tall, leaner type outside edge kind of guy. Within the new system, our DC likes to stand up ends a lot as well. So that's probably one of the good sells there as well. Give him an opportunity to stand up and come off the edge that way. Just depending on some of the looks, but he does like to do that quite a bit. So yeah, good get there. And then our second commitment came from Derek Plaz. He was the linebacker that we talked about, decommitted for Penn State, swung back around. That one, you know, this one was kind of
offensive line.
Yeah.
Okay.
O-lineman. He committed to Penn State, and then like a week later, I think he decommitted. And now, I mean, he's turning right back quick on this commitment process too. So it came out ultimately between NC State and us. They said he really loved NC State. Right there, well, you know what? Somebody brought it to my attention. I was like, that's actually a pretty good point. NC State's been doing pretty well on the O-line stands. So, like, they kind of can sell that.
Development, yeah. We talking about
yeah. Oh. I mean, well, you know, I think, I don't know if I mentioned it on here, I start to see that I think, in general, recruiting tackles in this cycle could be a little more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because of the other tackles we took last time. So I think we definitely had to get into a little bit more of a developmental bag. Yeah. And how about saying, I really don't know, how great the board is in general. So Plaz was a kid that, you know, I mentioned before, physically, he has what you want to build upon. He's 6'5", 290. and I think he's got good feet. He's just got to continue to develop, and he'll get that opportunity. Obviously, he'll be sitting at least 2 years to get that opportunity to get his weight up and get coached up by the offensive lineman. He was said to really the offensive line coaches being Mirabal and Cristobal. He was said to really like NC State a lot, so that was pretty tight. Mom was a little bit more leaned in on coming into Miami. So, and I guess, prior to that, probably to keep him in state. So, ended up winning that battle. He's a kid. Yeah, I just like the frame they're going to be able to work with there and just give him an opportunity to, develop his skills, man. They said Ed Patter was one that kind of want to give a love on that recruitment. So he was very instrumental in that one. All right, now real quick on to a miss. Devon Mitchell. He was the tight end that I spoke of. Excuse me. And it's funny, I couldn't remember the third team, and this always happens to me with Alabama and Oklahoma because of the colors being so damn close. Oklahoma is where he actually ended up selecting. He's 2025, but the word was already out. He was going to reclassify, so he would have been our second tight end in this class. He actually, they say that one was real down the wire, all the way to the end. He just kind of made his final decision to go to Oklahoma. I think our depth chart probably played a little bit of a role there. We did well with the tight ends last year. I think Riley Williams is going to be a hell of a player, and he just came in on that last cycle. He still got Skinner and Arroyo. So, the tight end depth, I think, helped them a little bit in that recruitment. But I think he's a hell of a ball player. He's a 5-star kid, so you ain't talking about no slouch. They picked up a great kid there, and damn sure would have been great to get in this cycle. But, took an L there. So I would look at our tight end recruiting from the rest of this. Well, obviously we brought in Lofton, really athletic H-back type kid. I think at this point we'll be looking at Odom. Not feeling great on Odom. I don't. You like him?
No, I love him as a prospect. I love him, but I think
yeah.
He went on a tour.
Okay,
he went on a tour to run the bag up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah, I don't like us in that recruitment per se. So I would imagine if we miss there, we whiff there. We'll circle back, I think, to Tavion Galloway, who was a kid that we had high on our board. He ended up committing to LSU. Then he decided to decommit a few weeks ago. I want to say maybe just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I want to say he decommitted from LSU. He's a 6'5", 230. He's out of Ohio originally. He is, like I say, 4-star. I think he's 234 nationally at all players. So up in that 250 range. They liked him, so I think they circled back on him. He's supposed to be at the barbecue, I believe, right now. So I think we circle back on him. And if that doesn't work out, I think we just won't worry about bringing in another tight end on this cycle. Because after that, I think we'd just be reaching and not necessarily going for guys you like on your board. So we'll see how that pans out. I wouldn't be super mad at it. I mean, you'd like to get your 2 tight ends. And I think he likes us, so I think they're going to let Odom go through the process. And then, yeah, if he goes and the kid likes us, I like him to get in this class, if he's deciding to make a decision fairly early. So we'll see. But, yeah, I think if you don't get Galloway, I think you just go ahead and shut it down for this particular cycle. At risk of reaching, man. You got the portal and all, too, if you get scared. So, right now we are ranked 21st overall. At this point in the process, most of the guys left on our board are some of the higher ranked guys that are going to try to push this thing down the road. Like your JoJo Traders, your Wingos. Jeremiah Smith is obviously a guy on everybody's board. We're still looking at Kamarion Franklin, David Stone. So a lot of big time players that these decisions will probably be taking a little bit longer before they decide to ultimately, make their final decision. I know like Wingo, he's got a visit scheduled to us like a week before signing day. So, this is a kid that's definitely going to take his time, and he'd be a great pickup as well. We got to do better in that wide receiver and defensive line room this cycle. I think is really important. So we'll see. We'll see if much shakes up different. I don't expect a lot of news after this. I think things kind of quiet down in general, and kind of get ready to get the season rolling and just continue to work on those guys that they have high on their board.
And so you said things go quiet down a little bit.
Yeah. What you got, man? You trying to be funny? So
you need to quiet down, man.
Well, I mean, they're cranking it up, but
so it get more quiet than this. Is what you're saying?
Bro, I feel too good. You can't vote me right now. I'm zoning right now. Nah, I know. Yeah, I mean, hey, I said it early, and I'll continue to repeat it. They gambled big, so you gotta hit on some of these targets. We're still in it for Dylan Stewart. That's another guy that I honestly think that one's probably us in South Carolina right now. South Carolina beat us out last year for Nicholas Harbor. Well, not just us, because he didn't even make that he didn't even get to do that official because of the track stuff. So I won't make it like it was down to us, but I think we were in it for a while. And maybe just pushed out towards the end. Actually, I think towards the end it might have been Oregon, who was like the real comp at that point. But yeah, I mean, I think they doing a little gambling on themselves, in an improved season, and just their tactics on recruiting. So I know they like the evaluations, and I'm not mad at any of them as of now. Every once in a while you get a kid that we bring in and you put in the class, and you're like, I don't know about cuz, but so far so good. I don't really have no complaints. But yeah, that's it for us right now, man. Guys, any questions? Anything? We good?
No, I think I'm good. I was trying to find a defensive end. Forgetting the name right now. Drawing a blank.
Who's
He's down to Kentucky. I'm forgetting my guy's name. I feel terrible for it right now, but he's down to Kentucky, us and y'all. He decides in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I like kid. Yeah. He's a 3-star too though, but I think he's one I thought is criminally underrated.
I need his name though.
Hold on, bro. I definitely know cuz name. Yeah, we was just talking about him.
I saw that while I look for his name. So his decision is definitely on the horizon. I would like for Jordan Ross, the 4-star edge rusher, outside linebacker, defensive end, who's like a 5-star, borderline 5-star, if not a 5-star. I would like for some of these guys to pop right before the season. I think we leave for Jordan Ross. He's been hitting that, possibly committing. Where our defensive line board is at right now, the commits that we have an all-time haul. Getting him in would definitely make this probably our best defensive line haul of all time. So I would like to get him and maybe LJ McCray in before the season, man. If we could pull those rabbits out of our hat, I'm going to feel a real gangster, you know what I'm saying, going into the fall, bro. And then probably Zay Mincy. So it's like 3 or 4 kids that I hope we could close on right before the season kickoff. Solidify us in the top 2-ish recruiting classes in the country. That'll be a good foundation for Billy in this class. I think it's a very important class.
Did you find that name? Because I'm still looking my damn self. I know this kid. Yeah, I just talked about him on the last show. Oh, Kendall Jackson. There
we go.
Yeah. Buchholz. Yeah, Buchholz in Gainesville there. Yeah, I think he's a kid he gonna rise, I believe. I think he's gonna end up having a season that's gonna push his star rating up.
100%.
Yeah, he's a player. I know they real high on him. I think that would be a great get if we can come and get him out the backyard right there. They are very, very high on that kid. So we'll see if we can get, if we can win that one out. It'll be. I'm gonna say it now. If we don't get him, it's a whiff. To me, that's whiff when you put the
You
pressure
can mark
on your
that down
kid,
as
on
a
your
whip.
boy.
Then.
No, I don't know, man. I just feel like we showing them the right amount of love. Oh, Jaden Jackson. Jaden Jackson's another kid that could be deciding fairly soon. I forgot about him.
IMG, right?
Yeah. Big boy. I know he came on y'all campus too. He announced the top 5, I want to say, not too long ago. I'm pretty sure y'all was in it too. He's another kid that I think we sitting pretty good in his recruitment as well.
Yeah,
and
go
Artavius
ahead.
Jones.
Tell your people that y'all ain't getting Kendall Jackson, man. Tell them Unc said that it's down to Kentucky and Florida at this point.
You went back around there and started some stuff, huh?
Nah, I'm just letting them know what it is, man. I don't. I'm just the barrier of news. You know what I'm saying? I don't make the news. All I do is report it.
So you're not like CJ. CJ's an influencer. I don't like him around them
CJ's
kids.
on staff.
Yeah. Talking to LJ McCray right now. He probably texting him right now.
Yeah, he's always in Daytona, same spots as Zay Mincy and LJ. I'm like, yo, like,
yeah. Tell me, you want to hop on Call of Duty later?
Yeah. He sent it to the group chat like we supposed to like it or something, man.
I
don't see this shit, man.
Shit out here. I want to see this bullshit. I'll call NCAA, see if they got any teeth left. Can y'all do anything to him?
I ain't on the trail. It's a dead period right now.
Yeah. What he doing? Oh, man. Well, I'm good to go, man.
Let's get up out of here, man.
Let's rock.
And we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, man. Shout out to everybody that showed up to the Trap Music Museum and showed us love. Shout out to my man Benji Brown for throwing us the tickets for the giveaways, absolutely. And also showing love to our peoples. My man Grimes pulled up, my brother pulled up, some of my fam hung out with him for 2 shows yesterday, bro. I was jealous as hell. Damn, I had to get back to the crib, man.
Yeah, I want to catch that show as well. Grimes hit me up to the side and was telling me, yeah, man, he put on a real good show and had a good time. I told him, man, Benji's one of the most underrated comedians out there, man. When it comes to stand-ups or shows, man, he's upper echelon for sure. He's going to put on a good show, real good laughs, real good vibes, man. So I already knew, coming in that he would be, blown away. He just but confirmed those feelings, just let me know how the actual show went and things like that.
I really wanted to see him too. Because I hadn't seen him do a stand up in years, so gosh, I've heard he's grown quite a bit. Like his comedy's grown quite a bit. So I want to see him, man. I'll catch him on. And if I remember next week, I'm gonna tell y'all about my Friday. Trying to leave Atlanta. Oh, whoo! Well, you talking about a great night to a fucked up day? Yeah,
that's why I hate about flying. That's why I hate about flying, bro. So much shit can be out of your control. I'd rather drive. If it's driving, I'm taking it.
Man, I ain't 8 hours though. That was my cutoff.
8. I knock out 8 though. I do 8.
Let me tell you about our drive, right? You already know about me going to Tallahassee last time, right? So I'm in the car with Lion this time, Larion. I had to call CJ and told CJ on the phone. So we get off of 95. I already don't like going 95 out. So my mind's like already frustrated that I didn't go 75. Listening to Lion. Now we're on 95. We get off. Kush is big, so we riding and talking, just rap,
straight through on 10.
Man, we looked up, we down there in Tallahassee. We down there in Tallahassee. We done passed all the exits, bro.
Man.
75. We had to go through all these small towns to get back to Atlanta, bro.
I'm gonna have to ride with y'all boys next time. Hey, y'all sit back, I drive, man. Y'all just keep.
Tell you, that's twice,
y'all just kick it.
I-10 don't like me. I-10 does not rock with Silk, bro. I gotta stay up I-10.
For right, sure, let's go, man.
All right, it's the Roll Up, it's the Vibe. Like, subscribe. We'll see y'all next week, man. Big content coming out this week, so subscribe to the channel. All the interviews, all the content we did at Trap Music Museum should be releasing this week. We got some fire. Tap in with us. We got a whole vlog of Atlanta. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
God, it takes forever to end this shit, bro.
It's part of the beauty of it now.
Right.
It's like a 28-second stop button.
And Benji go be in town for the weekend of the 15th through the 18th. I'm probably gonna try to pull it back up if I can.
This shit still ain't end up.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be talking to y'all.
No, I mean they can edit it all. It's just amazing.
I already hit end. I don't know.
It's amazing it ain't ended yet. Yeah, because I want to talk shop real quick before we get out of here.
Bro, I don't know why this shit ain't in